Would help if I put my own mic on. Okay, good. My headphones are fucked up again.
You always think about others before yourself. That's why you're such a good host.
Yeah, honestly, I do. I think about everybody else.
Yeah. Sometime, one day, you're going to have a moment to take a dip in Lake Jim.
The word you're looking for is selfless.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
You're a selfless broadcaster.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I care about Sam and Troy and our guest.
You care nothing about nothing.
Well, yeah, like I said, our guest.
Rich Voss is here.
I tell you, the studio feels like, it's so weird being here. It feels like it's just all good spirits, just like no bad vibes. There's nothing negative. It just seems all positive flowing through this fucking room right now.
It feels good.
Show just started, though, so.
You give us time.
Yeah, you got to save that. For if you had come back in the second break and made that observation, but just to start with that is a little
Well, no, it just
heavy-handed.
seems you guys are wide awake and just...
Like Katy Perry?
I don't know. Why is she have a
Wide
song?
Awake.
There's a song called Wide Awake?
What? Yeah, it's one of her best songs.
Get out of here.
I don't know that either.
Who would know that?
I don't know. I don't know why I know that. Well, welcome, Rich Voss. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes. Thank you for being here and waking up and everything. He was complaining.
Yes.
He's working on another project.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about... I mean, I don't want to say whose, but I'm working on a movie, and I was supposed to be off today. So I said, Roland said, would you like to come in tomorrow? And I said, well, let me see. Then I text another writer. He said, no, we don't go until Wednesday. So I got my hotel last night on Priceline. Got my hotel, called Roland, said I can come in.
It's a really
and then
good
all of a sudden
story.
I get the,
Yeah.
It's a great story so far.
Well, hold on.
This is getting real. It gets good, I think.
Yeah.
And then I get the call sheet that I was supposed to go in today. And I go, well, I got the hotel on Priceline. I can't get my money back.
That's the twist, Jim.
And
You see where the twist
and
is?
I committed also to Roland.
Right.
You know, once I make a commitment in life, you know,
What time is your call time?
8:40 a.m.
Oh, I thought it was PM.
Is it here in the city?
Huh? Long Island. So
So what time are you going to go there?
I'll leave at 10. I'll get there by, 12 probably.
Yeah.
There's no traffic.
Are you like searching, asking questions, trying to find if there's any interesting details in the story?
If there's any yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing. Anything
you know,
interesting?
even Bonnie
Have you
says,
found anything yet?
No.
Oh,
Bonnie, well, what the bottom line of this whole story is,
right.
Kevin Pollak's not in the movie. And I pushed for him.
Right.
I said, because they were, you know, they wanted someone that could do Nicholson and Peter Falk.
Right.
And they
He
go,
always, do you like that Voss goes back to Pollock?
I do.
He knows that
He knows
it's
the story
it's
was
always
no
gonna,
good.
It's always going to warm me up, though, when he
Yeah.
starts
Now, how come
shitting
you
on
don't
him.
like Kevin? I know why Sam doesn't, because Kevin didn't like him. How come you don't like him?
like, if we find a clip on Anthony's, he went on Anthony's show. And early in the show, he started bringing up my name and goes, what about this fucking Voss? And Anthony kind of blew it off. Was good. Then again, he brings it up and goes, this Voss, why is he on the radio? He's the worst. I can't understand him. And he's making fun of my speech impediment. He goes, you know, he's saying, why the fuck would they put him on radio? And I'm going, this guy's fucking with my, you know,
Say livelihood and I'll spit on you.
He's fucking with my, you know, my fucking car payment.
Okay.
he's, you know, and he's trashing me like out of nowhere. I've never, you know, and
Well, I don't know. He's not fucking with your money. It's not like anybody's going to hear Kevin Pollak say something and be like, "Oh, on second thought, let's not book Rich Voss." But it's
still,
a shitty
he's
thing
planting
to do.
the seed
to just
of
take
negativity.
shots. To just take
that
shots
when
for no
I've
reason.
never done anything to. And then he was on Opie the next day, so Opie, you know, knows me and Sam. Sam came into our show on Tuesday night, and we fucking pummeled him.
Right.
And then Opie calls me the next morning, has Kevin there, and calls me because Opie likes, you know, controversy. That's a good time killer. And I call in, and Kevin's, I was kidding. You weren't kidding. Man up. And
But he said he was kidding?
no, he said he backed out of it because
He did back out.
he did back out. I don't remember what went down, but
Well, do you believe him? Because here's why I'm asking you. Because when Sam and him were confrontational with each other, they were confrontational with each other. And it stayed confrontational. So if he backed out of it, maybe he was just kidding with you.
he just didn't wanna-
because he brought it up early and then waited again like an hour later to bring it up. So there was some, you know, if you're going to do a funny bit or a joke and you don't get it out, you fucking move on to the you don't an hour later.
Right. Out of the blue.
Especially if you're trashing someone.
Well, yeah. I didn't hear it, so I don't know.
Well, then go find it on producers. It would be, it's funny. But
you don't need to go find it.
No.
If
I talk to him, I'll ask him. Yeah. I haven't talked to him in a while.
Well, but then he apologized to Bonnie when he saw Bonnie. Somewhere, whatever. He's a weasel.
But was he? Did he say to Bonnie that he was just joking?
No. He goes, I don't know what he said. I don't remember.
You're really doing a bad job of telling the story.
Well, it was fucking over a year ago. I don't remember I get trashed on a daily basis. I can't remember every one.
It's okay. We're starting a little weak in terms of stories, but.
Oh, well, Bonnie,
we're going to go up.
You just said I remember, like a child.
You did say I remember. Yeah, you did.
I remember. It's like a molested kid testifying. Let me jump in for you. You would know.
Oh, my God. Did you watch Trump's Boy Scout Jamboree speech last night? Or yesterday afternoon?
I read about it.
What did you read?
That he cursed, and he had the...
Did he curse? He didn't curse.
That's what it said.
He said cunt.
And he had the kids booing or applauding something negative about Obama.
Well, it was just really funny because he went and stood up in front of the Boy Scout Jamboree, which is all Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts, obviously, and Eagle Scouts. And he did it like he did all of his campaign speeches. First, he started going after like the media and saying they'll never show this big crowd. Even it was the Boy Scout Jamboree, and he was acting like he was the draw. Like all of you, and they did all show up to see him speak, but
they're all Boy Scouts?
Yeah, it was all Boy Scouts.
Who cares if you draw Boy Scouts?
Yeah, but you're not allowed to watch that, are you, legally?
And then he starts going off on fake news to the Boy Scouts.
The Boy Scouts.
Yeah, he starts talking about fake news and the hatchet job they do on him, and then he starts talking about what a beautiful night election night was and asking, did you see, on these news networks, they turn the states blue or they turn the states red, depending on who they're voting for, and boy, did we get a lot of red. And it's the Boy Scouts.
Shouldn't you be encouraging them to be good people and to do good things?
Yes.
And to, How old are they, like 13, 12?
And to come forward.
Right.
Out of all the people to get, too. I mean, they get the president. And you would think,
He would go up and talk about what a great service the Scouts are. It's a national thing. This is an American institution.
We take pride in the Boy Scouts,
right?
Which we don't, but you got to say that to them.
Of course, you talk about always be prepared, right, Boy Scouts? Yeah.
Deal with your beatings in school. You'll get through it.
Right.
You'll be a better person in life.
Exactly. So what if you're wearing a neckerchief?
That's what the speech should be about. All you, and let's explain why we're all wearing neckerchiefs today.
And be like me. You could buy badges.
Yeah.
You don't have to earn them.
Yeah.
Buy them.
Talking about merit badges and whatnot. Everybody there knows how to whittle.
Yes.
They all know how to whittle sticks into various objects.
Had a kid come up, teach him how to do a knot.
Right. They all know how to do amazing knots.
Show me how to do an eagle knot or whatever kind of knot you tie. Eagle Scout. What do you tie?
Eagle knots.
What kind of knots are there? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, which ones are around your neck? Okay, that didn't come out well. Maybe there isn't good vibes.
Well, there were until 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I forgot you can never hang yourself.
Because no chin.
Yeah, it's the rope will slip off.
Just slip right off.
Like a fish.
Oh, shucks. Try again.
Yeah, I think that's how you become an Eagle Scout. You learn how to tie an eagle knot, right?
I want to see a second of the speech. I did not see the speech.
I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing.
It appropriate?
No, he was doing like a campaign speech.
And then he also talked about some cocktail party where the hottest people in New York were.
Yeah.
No.
It
just made no sense.
It was it was like all the speeches that he would do. Remember when he would go when he was campaigning and he would get a whole bunch of Trump supporters in an airplane hangar or whatever, and he'd fill it up, and all he would do is talk about how great he was. But it was his crowd, and he was campaigning, and it kind of, at least... it made sense in that context, right? Because they're all Trump people. They all have their red hats on, and they're all cheering for him. But he does the same thing, and he's back to ad-libbing. You can tell he's going off script at the Boy Scouts Jamboree.
He wasn't campaigning. He was roasting for 8 months.
Yeah,
He wasn't-
exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
he was just fucking trashing anybody in his way.
Yeah, I'm surprised that he didn't go to the Boy Scout Jamboree and start bringing up little Marco's shoes again or something. He fell right back into
It's weird, right?
into last year. Yeah,
He didn't seem to understand what you should talk to the Boy Scouts about.
not for a second.
How does he talk to other world leaders if he can't talk to fucking, you know?
I bet he does it. I'll bet when he's having private meetings with world leaders, he's like, Did you see how many states turned red on our election night? I know they do global coverage of it. Did you see? I mean, we did really well. They didn't think we would do it either. And they're like,
Yeah.
We're here to talk about education.
Hey,
What-
hey, Netanyahu, get any pussy? Huh? Get your dick sucked since you've been in New York?
Yeah, look at that girl. I like to grab her by the bum belt. Yeah, he tends to not know his audience sometimes.
No, he
Like-
thinks
like-
every audience is the Trump audience.
Yeah. Let me see a minute. I just want to see a minute of him talking to children. I think it's very funny.
Right. Well, it's children and Eagle Scouts as well.
How old are Eagle Scouts?
Eagle Scouts are adults.
Yeah.
That's like when the Eagle is Cub Scout, and then as you graduate from a Cub Scout, you're a Weebelow.
You know, were you this?
I was a Weebelow. I stopped after Weebelows. But after Weebelow is when you become Boy Scouts. And it's a very important thing they do. When you're a Weebelow, they bring you to a Boy Scout meeting so you can see what it would be like next year if you want to be a Boy Scout.
Unbelievable. It gives you motivation and incentive.
Right.
Sure.
But I was watching, and I was sitting there watching, like, the Boy Scouts like pick on each other, like the little Weasley one was just getting beat up by the other Boy Scouts, and then I was realizing that the reason they were beating him up is because they all get beat up in high school. Like who goes to high school and is still a Boy Scout? So I realized this is a terrible move.
So the
for
Boy
me.
Scouts are not cool in high school?
Not at all.
Are you cool if you're like an Eagle Scout in high school?
No, you don't. It's not something you can take pride in. That's the word. Like you have to work so hard to be an Eagle Scout, but you can't go to school and be like, hey, I'm working on my Eagle
Well, wait,
Scout.
you don't wear your uniform to school?
Generally not.
Girls don't
At this Boy Scout meeting I went to, I remember I was probably I must have been in 6th grade when I went to this Boy Scout meeting. And these two Boy Scouts come into the meeting and they're not in uniform. And the pack leader or whoever it is goes like, hey, why aren't you guys in uniform? And they go, well, we were just at the science fair at our high school and we couldn't wear the uniforms. So they couldn't wear their Boy Scout
Did
uniforms.
he understand?
Yeah, they weren't in trouble because they couldn't wear their Boy Scout uniforms because they'd be called dorks at the science fair.
But wouldn't that be
at the science fair, they couldn't wear their uniforms.
But wouldn't if you wore that uniform? Because some girls are attracted to uniforms.
That's right.
You know that.
Sure, not that one.
No.
Not that one.
Not so much. Not uniforms that have, as Jim pointed out, neckerchiefs.
Yeah, a yellow neckerchief is not a sexually attractive quality.
Aren't Boy Scouts? Isn't it like a part of a Catholic organization? Isn't there a religious theme behind it?
It's supposed to be non-denominational.
It's not too many Jew Boy Scouts.
No, there's
not
not.
too many. You don't see any Hasidic Boy Scouts.
And to be fair, the Cub Scout meetings,
Yeah.
they did happen at a church.
Yeah.
But it's non-denominational, though.
That's true. And they do, like, they'll mention Jews and everybody boos quietly.
Right.
Don't
But
they-
it's quietly.
Don't you have a cross burning thing too?
They do. They do.
When you become an Eagle Scout.
That's the Eagle Scout ceremony. You tie a knot around the cross, and then they just light it up. Yeah. Yeah. See,
Oh, God.
they.
He's got the fucking orange tie on.
Yeah, and as you got to go camping a lot. So sometimes the uniform you got to wear like khaki shorts,
Yeah, of
and then
course.
hiking boots with those socks that pull up above the hiking boots.
Do you think any homosexuality occurs on those camping trips?
Why?
I think there might be some. We had a.
By the way, can I say how happy I am to watch him? Rich acted like he was just cocking up on the back of the home run coming.
I let it go. I said, if the pitcher has a no-hitter going, let it.
So when we were in Cub Scouts, they used to take us swimming like a few times a year at the pool.
Sure.
Oh, really? Is that where you swim?
Yeah, and like the public pool, and we go into the locker room to change. And you're in 5th grade, so everybody was like trying to change under their towels and stuff. Everybody's very embarrassed of their bodies and ashamed. There was one adult associated with the organization who every single time would walk around butt naked for way too long, way longer than he had to.
Well, maybe he just wanted to.
Pubes all on display for everyone.
He wanted to
outta
show
here.
everyone about their curiosities.
No, I don't remember anybody being touched. I don't remember anything like that. But I was like, to this day, you sit there and and when I talk to the other grown men now that were kids then in Cub Scouts with me, they're like, oh yeah, we remember when he would walk around.
Yeah.
Wait, the fact that you still know them,
pubes out.
you still know those people that you were Cub Scouts with?
Well, I didn't go through a period of time where I was addicted to drugs and dropped out everybody that was in my life and had to rebuild.
Nah, you got to walk around and teach everybody that curiosities are normal. It's okay to be curious.
I hope that that's not what his intention was.
Sure, look at this. They're salt and pepper colored.
Gross. Great pubes.
Everybody's curious. Come here, Sam. Curious boy.
It's disgusting.
Sure.
I mean, I remember what it looked like.
Nuzzle the pouch with your nose.
I didn't touch it. Not with any part of my body,
Yes, you
nose
did.
or otherwise.
I believe you did.
Do people point to like his pubic hair and then the hair on your head and go, look, they look the same?
That's what it turns into.
So he would walk around nude, and he would just like, what would he do? Just walk around and talk to people naked?
He would dry off for like, he was bone dry. And he'd still be like kind of, but he'd wipe off like his feet or something. So he's just totally naked, you know? And he's like wiping off his leg.
You think you like being naked in front of the kids?
Yeah.
you
His
think-
dick and balls were out for a long time. And I didn't see, no other dick and balls were there because everybody's hiding under their towels.
Would anybody look at it? Like, were you looking, or do you think he was trying to find the kid that would look?
Oh, maybe.
He was trying to find the kid that kept glancing. Like,
Right.
that's the one.
If you took more than one peek, you were in danger.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he's like, oh, there's a boy whose curiosity. There's a boy whose flower is blooming.
Have there been any scandals like Boy Scout or Cub Scout? You know,
I'm
like-
sure.
Yeah.
How could there not be?
But they don't. You never hear or see those on the news.
No, I'm sure
Like,
I'm sure you could find them. I mean,
Yeah.
there's too many people there for it not to have happened.
Yeah.
It's a huge organization.
You think he was just waiting to see who was giving him extra peeks and then walking over to him and say, if you have any questions, don't be ashamed. Feel free to ask.
Yeah, but he wouldn't say that in front of the other kids. He would probably just become closer to that boy and start talking to him
Over time.
and go like, "Yeah, we all have our curiosities.
Yeah.
We'll go for a walk. You know,
fucking creeps. And they're too young to say, do you have any little brothers?
There were nearly 2,000 reported cases of abuse within the Boy Scouts of America before 1994.
Holy fuck.
In 2010, a jury ordered the scouts pay $18.5 million to a scout who was abused in the 80s.
wow,
Whoa, I got to talk.
There's been a lot.
$18.5 million for the one kid.
Yeah. He must have been good.
Jesus, who fucked him? All of the Boy Scouts?
Do you think there's any cash in that naked guy at the pool story?
No,
Not even like
because you're telling
$5,000?
it with mirth.
Oh.
Yeah, you sound like you enjoyed it.
He did
No, I
enjoy
didn't
it.
enjoy it.
He enjoyed the Boy Scout man being nude.
I wasn't curious.
The Eagle
Then why-
Scout.
Then why are you on the edge of your chair? When
That's
you're,
true.
Like, when you're so excited
You
about
are.
it. I've never seen you this happy.
You were a
I
boy with
wasn't.
budding curiosities, discovering his own body.
My flower was not blooming.
Yes, it was.
No, I was a late bloomer.
He could feel that your chest was starting to fill in.
No. My chest was flat and concave still.
That's what he likes.
He likes that?
Of course he does.
Concaveness?
Since the 1920s, they've maintained a highly confidential set of ineligible volunteer files, nicknamed the perversion files.
Oh,
So why is
guys
it confidential?
In 2012, they were forced by a court order to release over 20,000 pages of documentation on 1,200 alleged child sexual abuse cases within the organization.
And were they all sexual abuse cases?
Yeah.
Good fucking assholes.
Yeah, it was 1,200 cases of alleged.
Keep it
I
a
mean, you
secret.
can't prove everything.
What fucking parent would send their kid to this?
To the Cub
No.
Scouts?
Well, your parents are busy.
Huh?
How else are you going to teach the kid to tie a knot?
A lot of Cub Scouts do not get molested. Most.
Who takes that chance? What do you have? You have a girl though, right?
No, I have a boy.
You have a boy.
Would you send him to the
send-
Cub Scouts?
Yeah, would you send him to Cub Scouts?
Well, if he wanted to be a scout, he could be a scout, yeah. But I think my mom, that's probably why my mom was so hands-on with everything. She was worried about molestation. She was there for she was the den mom.
She was in the shower too.
She would jump in, yeah.
Did you ever tell her, Mom, he takes way too long to put his clothes on?
I told her after the fact.
What did she say?
She said, "Oh, stop it."
See, she wouldn't have been any help.
Yeah.
You don't think so?
She would not have been a help at
That's
all.
just immediate denial.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, Sam, you're imagining it.
Well, in hindsight, she doesn't want to think that anything slipped under her nose.
And
Yeah,
first,
she doesn't want to think that something, under her nose or into your rectum.
first of all, why is an adult taking a shower with kids?
He's dirty. He's in the pool.
Yeah, you gotta get the chlorine off.
Yeah, well, you do it. on your
Everybody
own.
in the shower.
Oh, just fucking scumbags.
He's got to change, right? He's got a wet bathing suit. He's got to take off his bathing suit, man.
Oh, so he wasn't even fully packing because it's wet and cold, you know.
Yeah, I guess. It's warm in there, though.
You think comes back to life?
Yeah, it does. So Donald Trump is in front of all these kids. That's what we were talking about. And you got to hear, like, he's just his ego inflated self. It's amazing.
To talk to children about something other than just Boy Scout shit.
Right. It's not because they get picked on so much. You would think that that they need the president to come and be like, you know what? I know you guys get picked on, but you're the cool ones. Then everybody's like, yeah,
you're the ones who are doing the right thing. You're being obedient and you're setting yourself up for a good future.
Yeah.
Because you're good boys.
Some of you will end up on heroin because of what happened, but that's okay. It's a numbers game.
Yeah, some of you are curious as to why you don't remember the trip and how come you had to pick wood chips out of your palms and knees.
Yeah, I mean, in the motto, it's to do your duty to God and your country.
But he protected you. Yeah.
You
nice,
know?
a positive message.
Do your duty to God and your country. So you'd think that your president, the man in charge of your country, would come and say, like, you're doing your duty, right?
Yes.
Trump was all about Trump instead.
Yeah.
Fucking
Let's hear it.
unbelievable.
Let's
Wanna
hear a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of this.
Maybe you get motivated?
A bit, yeah.
Incredible gathering of mostly young patriots, mostly young. I'm especially proud to speak to you as the honorary president of the Boy Scouts of America. Your lives will have meaning and purpose and joy. You will become leaders, and you will inspire others to achieve the dreams they once thought were totally impossible. Secretary Tom Price is also here today. Dr. Price still lives.
Can you pause? Yeah. Did you want to comment on the grown man dressed like a child in a fucking Lone Ranger outfit?
Yeah, no, I saw Woody from Toy Story back there, and I was like, yeah, look at this. He's saying I'm mainly talking to young people, but some adults. For instance, the guy in the safari hat and neckerchief.
Yeah, blue neckerchief. What does that mean? He's an Eagle Scout or he's a big shot?
I think the blue neckerchief is for Eagle Scouts. Yeah, the yellow neckerchief. So that's a royal
It's neckerchief,
blue.
not neckerchief.
Neckerchief.
No one says handkerchief.
the royal blue one that he's wearing must be big because the yellow one is for wolves.
What is it? What does it mean? The blue neckerchief.
The yellow one, the gold one is for second graders.
He's a Crip.
There's a sky blue one, a very light blue one for third graders, and then the Weebelows.
Neckerchief.
The Weebelows have plaid neckerchiefs. So when you're a Weebelow, you get to wear a tan shirt and a plaid neckerchief.
You get one automatically for joining.
Yeah.
You get one.
Yeah. You have to get a neckerchief. It's all about the patches, the belt loops, and the pins. You get pins for your hat when you do things.
Do you think they ever have get-togethers with like Girl Scouts? You know, the brownies and girls.
The brownies?
Well, yeah, like the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts. You know, have like a big jamboree with the brownies and the Girl Scouts.
No, they mainly just party on their own.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not a good way to.
You
know, I mean,
that's not that fun.
You got a bunch of broads over there doing the same thing as you guys.
No, you go. Let them sell their cookies. We're going camping with the men.
Okay.
You know, another all boys camping trip. Cool, right?
I would try to integrate it.
You would?
Not integrated.
I get it. Bring some
Integrated, yeah,
women
that's right.
in.
Integration,
right?
You integrate it with the girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was correct.
No, it wasn't. No.
It was actually. You're thinking integration only means racial, but it doesn't.
It doesn't. Integration
It means to integrate two different things together, or
Right.
things are the same together. That was actually correct.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
Should we go back to Trump?
we should.
Helping to keep millions of Americans strong and healthy as our Secretary of Health and Human Services, and he's doing a great job. And hopefully he's going to get the votes tomorrow to start our path toward killing this horrible thing known as Obamacare.
What's he talking? Pause.
By the way, you're going to get
What's
the
he
vote?
talking about? He's telling the Boy Scouts about this horrible thing
Called
Obamacare.
Yeah.
The Boy Scouts are supposed to be a nonpartisan organization. It's just like we support our president no matter what. But he's like, how terrible was that other guy, huh? They're like, up until a year ago, the other guy was the leader of the Boy Scouts. What are you talking about, dude?
He's missing the spirit.
Troy, you liked when he started slamming Obamacare?
I just love when he just goes on these rants about just completely off the rails.
You think Rick Perry and I don't know who the other guy there was with him? You think they were like whispering to each other? What's he doing? Why is he talking about this? The terrible thing known as Obamacare.
He's not going to get rebooked.
Rebooked at the Boy Scout Jamboree.
Yes. They're not going to bring him back next year.
Do you like this, Jim?
I love it. I love it.
Just no sense of time or place. None. He's just like, I have a live microphone. There's some TV cameras. All he sees are people. Look how big this audience is. All here for me. Let me use this opportunity to slam Obama one more time.
Fucking Obama's going, this fucking guy is out of his fucking mind.
He's crazy.
Is he mentally ill, do you think?
No, he just doesn't understand what's appropriate. This is not a mental illness. It's just inappropriate. He's not talking about fucking anything crazy. It's just in an inappropriate audience. Like, you shouldn't be saying this. And anybody with a little common sense or who has done this for a little longer would understand that you don't mention this to the Boy Scouts. It's just the wrong tone.
Yeah, but his narcissism.
He is narcissist, yes.
Can go into, it's like a mental illness.
Oh, believe me, I know.
Please, it can get you fired. It can get you all kinds of crap.
Yeah.
I think Donald Trump. I should be careful with my pronouns. I think Donald Trump has narcissistic personality disorder.
Oh,
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does.
You know about it, Voss?
I have it myself a little. But as an entertainer, you are so self-centered because it is about you.
Right,
so
which doesn't apply to you.
Yes. Okay. All right. Don't fucking look. You don't have to pretend to do your dumb laugh. All right, Vic. So anyhow,
He's making because Sam has water in his mouth and doesn't want to choke.
all right.
And
Both of them got me.
And Voss is accusing Sam of fake laughing. Are you implying that Vic was fake laughing? Vic always seemed to be genuinely laughing.
Vic who, right?
Oh, I made a mistake.
Vic Mensa we're talking about. Who knows? Of course.
So anyhow,
I think it's just inappropriate. That's all. I don't think this is just stupid.
It is narcissistic, though.
Yeah.
To think that, like, because I think that's why he slides back into his comfortable, because this is him comfortable. Just slamming other people and talking about how great he is. And I think he slides into that narcissistic thing when he sees an audience. He doesn't understand who the audience is or why they're there. He just knows if he's talking to them and they're paying attention to him, it very quickly becomes the Donald Trump show.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a fucking microphone. You
Right.
know, it's,
Right. That's not that seal.
well, you know what he says. He's saying this because he knows there'll be coverage. He's no dummy, and this is going to go out throughout every fucking news wire, and every radio host is going to talk about it. And subconsciously, he's getting people to talk about Obamacare.
But
he's
also
using those kids to carry his message.
He didn't realize that he was going to make this speech and that everybody was going to be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, he didn't realize it was inappropriate.
He did not realize it was inappropriate.
Really, you don't think this was a planned setup thing for
Every speech he makes, he wants people to carry the message or to get out there. But I don't think he was looking at it like, this is kind of stupid. I'm gonna look like a bit of an ass. That was not what his intention was.
He did not realize that.
No.
I don't think so.
Hit play, sweetie.
He better get him. He better get him. Oh, he better. Otherwise, I'll say, Tom, you're fired. I'll get someone. By the way,
Pause again. He got his catchphrase in.
Yes, he did.
That catchphrase would be inappropriate at any presidential speech, regardless of the audience.
Especially since it's old.
It's not.
This is like someone doing an impression of Trump.
Yeah.
This is what you would do if you did an impression of Trump.
That's what I was just thinking. I was looking at him like it was Daryl Hammond.
It'd be like if Arnold, while he was governor, or if he'd won the presidency, it'd be like if Arnold was in this exact scenario, went to the Boy Scouts, and he said, "And Obamacare is gonna be hasta la vista, baby." Just like, what are you doing?
I want to hear play that again. I want to hear the applause after if there's anything after you're fired. Do they even recognize it? Half of them.
You know, he's talking about the guy who's in charge of the Secretary of Health.
Yeah, the kids won't recognize that phrase though.
Because it's so old?
Yeah, it's an older show. Children didn't watch The Apprentice.
No, even when it was on, if they were kids.
How many 10-year-olds are like, oh, I got to get home on Thursday for The Apprentice?
Right. I love business.
Well, how many years has he been off that show? 4?
I
3?
More. No, it's. I think it's closer to 4. The last Celebrity Apprentice before Arnold. It was a while ago.
Yeah, these kids just think he's threatening to fire someone.
Right. He's just become like a character. Like they know who he is. Oh, Troy's panicking over there. He had the Wikipedia.
I hit back accidentally.
I know you did, and then you got lost, didn't you?
Yeah.
You got lost. It's like taking Troy treats the information superhighway like an actual highway. Like he gets off on the wrong exit, and then he just circles the local neighborhood for a half an hour looking at it. Where's the on ramp? How do I get back on the highway?
First 14 years. We didn't go the other way.
And then he gets back going north when he was going south, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way now."
Oh, it doesn't even matter. It was just curious. I was just.
He did 14 seasons.
2015.
Okay, so it was only.
That's quick.
Making crazy
Thanks.
money.
I just Googled
He was making crazy money from NBC.
From The Apprentice? Yeah, he was.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So 2 years ago, it seems like it was longer.
Yeah, I want to hear his. I want to hear if he gets anything from the audience.
Because if he doesn't do it, we're gonna tell him. Oh, you're fired.
The votes? He better get them. He better get them. Oh, he better. Otherwise, they'll say, "Tom, you're fired." I'll get somebody. And by
they
the way,
recognize
It got a little reaction.
It did. They recognize it. This is jump cutting. We're not doing it. So yeah, they recognize. Okay.
And it's fun. I bet they're just excited. Like
A TV guy said a TV thing.
right. They weren't thinking of the full context yet.
Yeah.
But I'd be excited thinking about the full context. Like, oh my God, I'm at this speech where this man's making a fool of himself.
Yeah.
Well, there's also probably a lot of adults there. I mean, we're parents. are
Sure.
invited,
Parents, Eagle Scouts are adults.
and they're cool.
Well, yeah, a lot of guys
Yeah.
dressed up like that dude who's on stage. It looks like Joey Gladstone's TV character, Ranger Joey or Ranger Jones or whatever his name was. Yeah.
under the Trump administration, you'll be saying Merry Christmas again when you go shopping, believe me.
Believe me.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, 'cause kids are out shopping.
The fake
Yeah.
media will say
The fake
President
media.
Trump spoke, and you know what this is. President Trump spoke before a small crowd of Boy Scouts today. That is some crowd.
Like he drew them.
Fake media.
I thought he was going to go like that.
Do you remember?
He was waving at the cameras.
It's
He's
just-
pointing at them and going, "There's the fake media. Hey, Boy Scouts, there's the fake media."
It's really crazy.
It's so
Like
funny.
this part is inappropriate.
It's so inappropriate.
It's not. It's not the kind of speech you give Boy Scouts. Do we have to juxtapose? Do we have any of Obama's Boy Scout speeches? Can we look at that for a minute after
Well,
this?
he was very quick to point out that Obama did not come last year.
Maybe he wasn't. Maybe Obama just didn't like their stance on certain things, or maybe they didn't invite him.
Or maybe he's busy.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe he just thought it was for dorks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, "No, I'm not going to dress like that." What a bunch of
What am I, a herb?
Talk to the nerd brigade? I don't think so.
And you don't see too many black Boy Scouts.
No, you don't.
You don't.
You don't. Those aren't his people.
They booed Obama, apparently.
No, as Trump speaks.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, and he said, yeah, just because.
All right, let's go back.
Find.
Oh, there he is. There's an address.
That's
So-
2010, though.
So he taped an address.
Yeah, I don't think he ever went.
Oh, he didn't. Okay.
Well, no, because that's what the president said.
Well, let's see what he says for a second. I just want to see him. It's only a minute and 35 seconds.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. I want to send my greetings to everyone taking part in the National Scout Jamboree at Fort A.P. Hill and congratulate you on the 100th anniversary of the Boy Scouts of America. I hope you've all enjoyed this year's festivities. You know, for a century, Scouts, just like you, have served your communities and your nation in ways both large and small.
Why isn't he talking about what a dickhead
World War
anybody
II,
is?
What about
Scouts
Christmas?
played a vital role in supporting the war effort.
How about his?
by running
He hasn't
messages
said one thing about how great he is.
And what about his election numbers?
Yeah.
So professional. You compare him to that fucking boob. It's you know what? If you weren't a fan of his, you become a fan.
It's not even about his politics. It's just about the way
Yeah.
the president is supposed to talk to the Boy Scouts. You know.
Well, if you remember
No, it's how the president carries himself anywhere. Right.
when Donald Trump was running for president, one of the things he said was, "We're campaigning right now, but believe me, I'm going to be very presidential once I'm in the office."
Give it another few. This is good. Maybe he might fall off. Let's see. I
He
think
probably
he
will. Yeah.
and selling war bonds. Some of our nation's greatest heroes have worn the Scout uniform. including 11 of the 12 men
He's just talking
who
about
have walked
scouts.
on the moon.
Didn't you make
And
Obamacare?
today,
Why isn't he talking
scouts
about it?
across the country continue the tradition of collecting food for those in need, improving our neighborhoods, and reaching out to those less fortunate.
11 of the 12 people on the moon.
That service is worth celebrating.
All good scout stuff.
But there's
He's
still
talking
more
about
to do.
them, though, not him.
Yeah.
Even though
Weird.
we face a different set of challenges today than we did 100 years ago, they're no less important. And in the years ahead, we're going to depend on you,
What?
the next generation of leaders, to move America forward.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
hope-
Let's get back to Trump. I
Yeah,
don't need
this
that.
is-
This whole
Trump-
scout thing. Boom.
Boring.
Trump talks about, well, he says Munya. That's kind of funny.
Munya. It's Moulignon.
It's early.
Munya is not a word.
I think that was an Outcast song.
Can you go back, please, to hear that?
Munya.
Munya? What is that?
Munya.
You're so much funnier in the afternoon.
I think I've had a couple good ones already.
Hey, looks like we got one of those Munyas. Am I right?
Oh my
What does
God!
that
Remember
mean?
in Porky's? You're not even a good racist. It's not kite, you idiot. It's kite.
Let's go back to
Move America
Obama.
forward. So I hope that all of you will carry the lessons you've
Can we
learned
hear
in
this?
scouting with you for the rest of your lives. And I hope that when you're called upon to help write the next great chapter in the American story, you will uphold the best of the scouting tradition and respond with enthusiasm, skill, and determination. Congratulations again on your first 100
Pass what?
challenges today than we did 100 years ago.
No, you're good.
They're no less important. And in the years ahead,
Travis has it.
depend on
Okay.
you. The next
All right.
Yeah.
So you're saying that you were doing Trump. Oh, let me hear this.
Trump talks about, well, he says Munya. Munya.
Munya.
What's a
The
Munya?
fuck does that even mean?
That's how we say it back.
He says Munya.
So whatever, I made a fucking, it wasn't even a good one. Even if I said it right, it wasn't
It was
a
a
good joke.
terrible because you were trying to get the Moulignon line from Trump out about the moon.
I know, it was a bad, okay.
Donald Trump's not even Italian.
No.
Why would he say that?
He's never said that. He's never used Italian slang.
You know what Trump would say.
Yeah, he wouldn't.
Okay, so I made,
Bafangul.
If Trump did say that, if he was like, yeah, we're going to take that Munyaz healthcare system out of play,
Let's
people would be like,
What?
Who's he even talking about? What does that mean?
We don't even know what you mean. Hey, you should go on stage. Here's my impression of Trump. Hey, you're fired over there. Hey, oh, hey. Boo.
You Munya. What?
okay. I got to hand it to you guys on that one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hand it to us. Oh, hey.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, fuck. 4 hours sleep.
Yeah? Cool. You're talking like you've had 1 hour sleep.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good 4 hours. I kept waking up.
You want to go back
Really?
to start? Travis, you playing
It's
that?
too bad. I wish that had never happened.
Yeah. Yeah, this is Trump.
I didn't wake up.
Famous night
Yeah.
on
That's not
television
nice.
Sorry, you're right.
in November 8th, where they said these dishonest people, where they said there is
He's
no
pointing to all the media,
media people.
and saying these dishonest people said. I don't believe it.
path to victory for Donald Trump. They forgot about the forgotten people. By the way, they're not forgetting about the forgotten people anymore. They're going crazy trying to figure it out. But I told them, far too late. It's far too late. But do you remember that incredible night with the maps? And the Republicans are red, and the Democrats are blue. Wow. And that map was so red, it was unbelievable, and they didn't know what to say.
And that when you have a comparison, and that map was so red, you have to follow it up with something. You'd have thought it was blood. You'd have. That's the way you don't when you don't say that map was so red, it was unbelievable. It's not a good comparison. That's not. That's not the follow up to. It was how fat is she? She's so fat it was unbelievable. No,
Yeah, what are you talking about?
no, it's not good.
That guy dressed up on stage, by the way,
Yeah.
that's the Secretary of the Interior.
No.
Ew, was he a Boy Scout?
Yeah, no, he's still an Eagle Scout.
Oh no!
What
And he
a
wore his.
fucking nerd.
And
wore
the
his
other guy, I
Eagles-
think, was Rick Perry, the
Yeah.
Secretary of Energy. He decided not to dress up. The Secretary of the Interior.
Oh,
It's like,
The
fucking
Secretary of the
yuck.
Interior wore his Eagle Scout hat.
yeah, it's cool.
You know how
right?
humiliating he must have been when he showed up and he realized none of the other men were dressed like that?
Hey guys.
What are you doing?
I thought we were all gonna. Oh, just me? Oh, okay,
What a fucking creep.
And then he was like, Donald, President Trump, weren't you a Boy Scout? And he's like, no, do I look like a pussy? No. I'm just going to go up and talk about the fake media.
It was so red. It was unbelievable. What?
He has no comparison to make. He just wants to tell you.
How red was it?
It was so red. It was unbelievable. I don't like his inspirational speech tone.
No. No.
It hurts my throat to do that.
Oh, it's so great.
It's embarrassing to have this man as
In the studio, yes.
have this man. Every country's laughing at us.
No, I don't care about that.
No, it's not. It's just funny.
Yeah, I don't care what they're. They laughed at us with Obama too. He's just a bit more dignified speaker. That doesn't matter to me.
Yeah, every country can. We're still better than every country.
Yeah,
We just have a guy who's funny as the president.
exactly. Yeah, they don't laugh at our nukes.
Yeah. How about this?
There's one sitting right here. Bombing me now. Okay. I can't even talk about bombing without bombing.
You bombed about bombing.
That's bombing square.
Oh,
Squared.
yeah. You are. You are.
Bombing square? No. That's where you should build your new home. No, Travis, it's bombing squared.
You are a bombing square.
It's
I'm
not
going to turn this around right now. Let's go.
It's not.
Turn
Can you
it
hear
around.
that bombing square? I just want to hear that last thing.
Bombing square. There's a D on the end of that.
You know what? I'm not finishing a lot of words today.
No, apparently not.
I was wide awake when we were talking earlier.
Yeah, you were. You had all kinds of opinions. Now you just drop syllables, drop words.
Yeah, it's bombing square.
Mooyah.
Munya, bombing square.
All right, let's turn this around, guys.
All right, the one path we have to turning this around is we should probably listen to Voss saying bombing square.
I want to make sure I didn't get it wrong.
Yeah, because the last thing we want to do is be critical for no reason.
I got it.
Travis, was I wrong?
Oh, you'll be the judge. Hang
Okay.
I can't even talk about bombing without bombing.
You bombed about bombing.
That's bombing square.
It's bombing square.
Bombing square.
It's bombing squared.
All right, we got that. Next time it won't happen again.
All right,
That's
good.
how you learn things in life.
Good. Some people on Twitter are mad at us for bashing Trump. We're not bashing Trump, but
People are
if you
such
can't.
fucking babe. Will you shut up, you fucking babies? You can't make fun of the president giving an inappropriate speech at a fucking.
Yeah.
You can't. God, what little fucking all you fucking hardcore conservatives
Trumpsters.
that think you're fucking so tough and dyed in the wool. You're fucking little snowflakes.
Yeah.
You make fun of the president a little bit and you fucking cry like, well, shut up.
Yeah, isn't that the biggest
Shut
snowflake
up, you
population?
fucking pussies. We're just joking.
Anybody that
Jesus Christ.
is so blinded.
serious.
I know you are. Anybody that is so blinded by Trump support that they can't watch his Boy Scout speech and laugh
This
at
speech stinks. We're making fun of the president who gave a speech that stinks. Sorry. I know we're libs. Flaming fag libs. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys.
There used to be
Ugh,
this thing.
Shut up.
Where like if you entertained people for a living, you poked fun at the president regardless of party.
But it is amazing now that if you do that, and now that Trump is the president, all these people that were complaining about everyone being a snowflake, and then you make fun of Trump for something, even though I've said 100 times I don't hate the president at all.
Yeah.
But you make fun of him for something. Like, where are you fucking libs?
What do you wish Hillary was there?
Shut up.
No.
Fuck you and fuck the Boy Scouts.
Yeah, he went to the Boy Scout Jamboree
They
and
suck.
bragged about how much he won.
Yes, this is not a good speech.
It's a terrible
It's
speech.
unbelievable. Shut up, Mr. President. God, what babies? What fucking babies?
Yeah.
But
What do people do? They ride around now and they listen to the radio and it's like, you hear anything that you don't agree with, you can't find any humor in it. It
Right.
just upsets you.
Right, you can't just find humor in it. Like,
Stop calling other people snowflakes. Just stop.
yeah, if you get upset when Trump gets made fun of for doing foolish things, you are a snowflake.
Yeah.
That's snowflake-ism.
Exactly. You're a fucking little crybaby, and you don't like it when your guy is made fun of.
Just because you get upset over different things than snowflakes do, doesn't mean you're not a snowflake.
Exactly. You're no less fucking hypersensitive and triggered than somebody else who's a legitimate snowflake.
Right.
You guys just can't handle the truth.
That's a good point.
Trump's talking about.
That's what it is. We're trying to hide the fact that the media is fake.
I've loved him bashing the media. I love it.
Yeah, we point it out every time.
Do you love it when he does it at a Boy Scout
It's
event?
just silly at the Boy
It's
Scouts.
ridiculous. It is ridiculous.
It's stupid
Completely
there. It
inappropriate.
doesn't work.
This segment is about pointing out the absurdity of what we're seeing, and it is one of the more absurd speeches a president has made in recent memory.
I would love to know the context of that Christmas quote. Like, why?
Yeah, why are you telling Boy Scouts that you're going to go shopping at Christmas?
Or you're going to be saying Merry Christmas. Like, I get what he's saying because he said that on the campaign trail. Like, we're going to be saying Merry Christmas again instead of Happy Holidays. But what the fuck does that have to do with Boy Scouts?
It makes no sense. And
by the way, Santa's not real.
Yeah. We're still going to say Merry Christmas, though.
By the way,
who's talking about that in August?
Happy Holidays isn't even that bad. And I get political correctness being shit, but Happy Holidays is just like, you know, I don't like the whole changing the green and red. They get carried away, but Happy Holidays is just easier. Why should there be a stranglehold on it? Like, you get Jews and Muslims.
Listen to the way you're talking about Trump.
And everybody else. Like,
that's
but after a while, it's like, all right, that's not a battle worth fighting. I don't care if people say Happy Holidays. Everybody makes everybody happy, fine.
But I don't care if people say Merry Christmas.
I don't either.
It doesn't
fucking
bother
me either way.
Either fucking
Gives a
way.
fuck.
Who gives a fuck? And not only that, as a Jew, you're used to being pushed down and forgotten. You know what I mean? So what's the big deal? But he is right, Trump, because a lot of retailers.
As a Jew, you're used to being pushed down.
I heard it too. He's trying to get sympathy.
During the
when are you
holidays,
pushed down?
During the holidays, you know what I mean? It's not, whatever. It's not a big deal. You're used to it growing up. Merry Christmas, Happy Easter, Happy Easter.
That's true. Okay.
So, but you don't realize Trump. A lot of retailers do target Boy Scouts during the holidays.
Is that right?
Oh yeah,
neckerchief salesman.
No.
Yeah.
Oh wait a minute. Now this guy on Twitter is saying the Secretary of the Interior is also an officer in SEAL Team 6. Those guys are pussies. Okay, so he's not a pussy, but he
still looks like a buffoon.
He's still dressed idiotically. He's a great, tough American dressed idiotically.
Yeah, like
he looks ridiculous.
I don't care what your skill set is, and I would go up to him and I'd say like, "Hey, you are capable of so much more physically than I could ever imagine. Why are you wearing that hat? Why would you choose to wear that hat?"
Well, maybe he was just doing, the paperwork.
He might have just been doing the paperwork. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You don't know what he actually did for SEAL Team.
Yeah.
No, you don't. You don't. Oh, it's so funny. I love that. I could watch Trump talking to the Boy Scouts inappropriately all day.
It just doesn't work.
All day. It's so funny.
Yeah.
I was all right because I was kind of bummed that Sean Spicer wasn't going to be the guy anymore. Because I liked his speeches. Because he would get lost up there. Whenever he would address the press, he would get lost. Because he always seemed like he was only like 3/4 on board. Like there was always 25% that wasn't on board, but he still had to deliver the message. And so then he would just get angry. He would just get upset with people. Like I loved watching him addressing the press. So I was a little bummed out when they said he was leaving the position. This made me feel better again. I say give Trump more mic time. You know? Like let him talk more. It's just fun speeches. It's hilarious.
Oh, the fact that people get mad at that, God, silly.
Yeah, there's nothing to get mad at.
No,
it's funny.
It's a dumb speech.
Yeah.
He's not good at that. He's not good at it. It's okay.
Right. It's okay to not understand the proper timing of when you should be saying certain things.
Yeah, we can enjoy that.
Yeah.
We can enjoy making fun of that.
And honestly, Obama's minute-and-a-half long pre-taped address to the Boy Scouts is probably what you should do for the Boy Scout Jamboree. Record a minute and a half talking about how great the Boy Scouts are and just send it to them and then go about your business.
Yeah.
Yes.
To go and do an hour about how great you are just because there's a whole bunch of Boy Scouts that have to look at you.
It was like him scrubbing in at an open mic.
Right.
He didn't have a gig.
Right.
Hey, I can do some time.
Is there an audience in there? Okay. Yeah,
I'll just go out of the notebook.
I'll go do yeah.
All right, fuck him.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's always funny, too, when people tweet, that don't agree with you, that say how bad the show sucks. You know, but why are you listening and why are you fucking writing? You know, we're living rent free in that guy's head. He's so fucking aggravated right now that do you like that rent free?
No, I don't.
I didn't either.
You don't like that saying?
No.
I do.
Living rent free?
I do at certain times, but not now.
Not now?
No.
Because who wants to live in
How
that guy's
about that?
head? Who cares?
No, I understand living in someone's head rent free. That's what happens when you have a resentment. That guy's living in your head rent free, but
Yeah. Not now?
no.
Yeah, okay.
It doesn't-
But I didn't say it wrong.
No, you didn't.
No.
Okay, so that's a plus.
Yeah.
No. So if you said it wrong, it would have at least added some
Yeah.
enjoyment.
At least we're not living in his head with no lease.
Man, oh man.
Do you know where you're living rent free? You're in Bomb Square rent free.
Well, I haven't done radio in so long.
It hasn't been that long. You were just in here a week or two.
Exactly.
No, it's been a month.
It has not been a month.
It's been a month.
You were in here
talked.
like 2 weeks ago.
I wasn't here. It was a month ago.
When was the last time Voss was in? It wasn't a month ago.
I don't know.
Telling you, it was about a month ago.
It's probably 2 weeks ago.
I'm telling you.
No, it was probably 2 weeks.
It was right after
June
the roast.
27th.
It was June 27th.
Was that the last time he was in?
Yep.
All right.
Okay, so almost a
That's
month.
And I haven't done radio since then. I'm sorry. I got to get back on point.
How long have you been a comedian for?
Yeah. 30 years?
33.
33 years.
But I'm not on stage. I don't fail there. I do sometimes fail on radio. Sometimes.
We all do.
You know, it's a numbers game. Sometimes you hit it out of the park. Sometimes, hey, what the fuck? What do you
Right.
expect? You know.
If you were a baseball player, you still got Hall of Fame numbers.
Easily.
Right.
Easily in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Have you talked to Vic, by the way? You mentioned I haven't talked to him.
No, I haven't
Okay, me
talked.
either.
I see Sherrod all the time, working at clubs.
Sure.
But I haven't seen Vic. I fucking like Vic. I
do
always
too.
like Vic.
Yeah.
He's a fucking good guy, smart guy.
Did you hear about that woman who killed her husband by fucking ripping out the plug in his kayak?
No.
That she just found, didn't she just get a really light sentence?
Yeah, well,
Like manslaughter?
it happened a few years ago.
When did it happen?
So bygones be bygones?
She's only been in jail for a little while.
Right, but I mean, but this is I think 2015 or 2016. Yesterday was just the pleading.
The sentencing?
No, sentencing
She plea
is
bargained.
November.
Oh, I see.
But she
So
accepted a plea bargain.
she admitted that she pulled the plug from her fiance's kayak and was euphoric as she watched him drown in the Hudson River.
He had no life vest, and he was drunk. And she knew that there was no ring for his paddle oar. And the speculation that she wanted his life insurance. But then she was saying that he wanted weird porn sex from her or something. Like, what? Just
You have
leave
to-
the guy.
Yeah, you have to kill somebody because they want weird sex?
Oh, fuck, I'm going to die.
Do you want weird sex?
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't consider it weird.
What kind of weird sex do you ask for?
Let's not get into that.
Yeah, what do you like that's weird?
What do you
What
like?
do I like?
Yeah.
I like my wife to dress up in a Boy Scout uniform. I don't know. There's difference between what you like and what you fantasize about.
Okay.
There's a big difference.
What do you fantasize about?
Huh?
What do you fantasize about?
You two getting fired and me and Bonnie taking over in the morning.
Yeah, it's a fantasy.
I mean, how long you married? 5 years now?
Yeah.
About
A
5?
little over 5, yeah.
See, you're probably still kissing during sex and shit like that.
I mean, we've been together for 12 years.
Oh, you have? Oh,
You don't
so-
kiss during sex?
What? Kiss? Who kisses?
I like to kiss.
Yeah, I kiss.
Do you kiss?
Yeah.
Do you feel it?
Yeah. You don't feel it in
You mean
your...
because his lips are so thin?
I didn't get that.
Yeah, I kiss. We still
coming
kiss
back.
each other.
No.
Yeah,
not
we do.
during sex.
During sex to start things going. Sometimes during coitus. Sure.
During what?
Coitus.
Is
Sex.
that what you call it?
That's a word for it. It's
Did
not
you know that?
Yes, of course I did.
Pre-coitus, post-coitus. Yeah, that's a word.
I've
Coitus
never heard-
interruptus.
No one's ever heard that word.
Yeah.
Not your listeners.
Yes, coitus, yes. C-O-I-T-U-S, yes. It's a very well-known word.
Yeah. Post-coitus is the most
After you
commonly
fucked.
used word
I've
for it.
Means
never heard
after you
it.
fuck.
I'm not surprised that you've never heard it before.
Hey, Flick, hold on. This is a question for Voss. Go ahead. Go on now.
Hello.
Yes.
Hey, I got a question for Voss there. I saw him on the Byron Allen show not too long ago. I guess it was just for laughs. I'm going to ask you.
Well, go ahead.
You, Sam Tripoli, and I think Lavelle was there, and some other hot chick. But I mean, I watched the show the whole time, and I follow your stuff, and I really dig you. But man, I mean, if looks can kill, it just looked like you was just ready to kill Tripoli during the whole show. I don't know if he is all hopped up on juice or what, but he would not shut up. He was just like a rabid chihuahua, and he just kept interrupting everybody. And I just wanted to ask Boston, was you pissed off at him that day or something?
It's funny you bring this up. I just saw him like 2 weeks ago at Skankfest, and what happened was I'm doing a show which I didn't want to do.
Well, how long ago?
7 years ago, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I was in L.A. anyhow, and Bonnie was hosting something, and I go, I'm here anyhow. I might as well make the money. So
how much did it pay? Like $2,000?
No, like seven. But I'm still getting checks from it, whatever. SAG or whatever. So I'm going. It's not a great show because after doing Tough Crowd, where you just and then doing Byron Allen. So you just had an abortion. Hey, you just got back from fucking whatever. So anyhow, I'm up there and I have to piss so bad. I swear to God, I'm so close to pissing in my pants. I just had a pee. And then Sam, at the end of the show, is like doing a fucking half an hour special. He's like doing this fucking bit. It's a funny bit about, handicapped people, whatever the bit was. I don't fucking know. But it's like I'm going, what the fuck is this guy doing? I got to piss. And that's why. And I said to him the other night, I go, what the fuck were you doing? It's Byron Allen. You're turning this into some fucking hour special. It's a horrible fucking show.
And what did he say?
He started laughing. I go, I almost pissed my pants while you're doing your fucking dog and pony show.
Yeah, I've never gotten. All right, thanks for the call, Flick.
He was right though.
I've never taken that show. They've offered it to me. I won't do it. Just because it's the idea of just that fake doing material thing.
It was, and it's not a good crowd. It's also a paid audience, most likely. You know how they do that in L.A.
I mean, Byron Allen's a genius, but they pay the audiences.
Oh, a lot of places pay audiences.
By now, they probably get people in for free because it's a known show. I mean, he's a 100 millionaire. How long does the taping take?
It's like any taping. A half an hour show taping is going to take an hour with breaks and commercials. And I had to piss.
So I heard you went to Hawaii.
Yeah, I know. But he gets the biggest acts. In L.A., they're in L.A., they're going, what the fuck, let's make some extra money. We're here.
Not much money.
Huh?
Does he still get them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've seen on that show, I mean, big, George Wallace and whoever, DL. I've seen big acts on that show.
I'm so glad I've never done that, just for that reason. The idea of doing material.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible.
It seems really painful. Tough Crowd was fun.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, because you could actually have conversations.
And you write jokes,
with real jokes.
About the subject, about Bush and Iraq and whatever. But if it was too jokey or whatever, you'd get killed.
Yeah, you would.
Oh, it was fun.
It was the same with the old morning show here. They knew if you were doing a bit.
Oh, God, yeah.
They'd fucking eat you alive.
And the new morning show. We don't like bits.
You don't?
No.
You don't prepare little bits?
No, we don't.
A little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
A little bit.
My mom just sent me a photo of myself in my Webelos uniform.
Let me see it.
Well, I know. Oh God.
Hopefully you're in a police station crying with blood in the back.
You think I was ready to get some action?
I don't know, but
this was at the Pinewood Derby.
Oh, what a fucking douche!
I'll tweet it.
Your little jeans. You don't even have the proper bottoms on.
No, I had jeans on, and it was at the Pinewood Derby. I was excited about my car.
Why are you wearing a jean shirt today?
I wear jean shirts all the time.
Oh, it's like
no one likes them.
No, they're terrible.
Oh, thanks for the fashion advice, guys.
Yeah, we're not fashionable. But
no, we're just saying. It's early morning. We're wearing T-shirts.
Stop saying. You excuse everything on the early morning.
I had a comeback. I had four good ones in a row.
I'm dressed like shit.
Listen.
It's the early morning. What do you want?
Listen, let me tell you something. I had a comeback. All right, there were some good fucking lines there towards the end. All right, so that old fucking early bullshit is out the fucking window. There's a new guy here, and what I'm saying to you is, we look like we're supposed to look.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'll try harder to look like I'm supposed to. Hey man, I don't fit in, okay? I go against the grain. So sue me. I'm a rebel at this stuff, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna tweet out my Weebelo picture.
I like it.
At not Sam.
It's really bad.
You think so?
Yeah.
You know what's really bad too? It's the Pinewood Derby, so you design your own car. This car is based on a wrestler.
Why wouldn't it be?
Of course it is. It's based on my favorite wrestler.
Well, you made a go kart.
Oh, yeah.
No, like this little wooden car. See, like the Pinewood Derby,
God.
they give you a kit to build a car out of wood. And you have to saw it, and you have to and there's weight limits and everything, and then you race the cars. Whoever builds the fastest car out of the block of wood that they give you.
And this is how you like your men? You put on the side of the car?
Diesel. Stupid.
Who's your who's the wrestler you based it on?
It was Diesel. That was his name, Big Daddy Cool. You remember him, Travis?
Yeah, that's cool.
He was cool, right?
Did you think you were cool with that car?
I mean, I still kind of think the car's cool.
Do you still have it?
I'm sure my mother still has the cars.
Does she really?
I'm
No. How big are they?
positive. I mean, I'm holding it in my hand, so it's probably about, that's 8 inches.
Do you know how much I would love to have your mother show that and then just break it?
I'd be so upset if you did that.
Was the car as intimidating as Big Daddy Cool?
It was? I mean, look, it's black and silver.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah. Don't turn your back on the wolf pack, you know?
Oh, somebody has a compliment for us, Sam.
Who?
Someone from Sweden. Yes?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. Just calling in. Didn't think I'd get through, but, it's kind of cool hearing you guys.
It's not as hard as you
First time
think.
actually live.
Thank you. What is your comment, sir?
I've been a fan of the O&A show since, I guess, 2011, and, just hearing Anthony back with you guys on Friday was really amazing.
Yes, it was fun.
It really, so it was sort of listening to the days when Opie was sick. Just, you three guys, shooting the shit, and, it was enjoyable.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you very much. We
having-
appreciate the compliment.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I appreciate that. Thanks, buddy.
No, I'm not looking for any comments about Opie or anything.
Oh, I don't care. You can say what you
Uh,
want. The fucking days of me going, all right, are over. I don't give a fuck what the listeners say about him any more than he cares what people say about me. So thank you very much, Sam. For the
yeah,
call.
I mean.
Well, you want to say something else?
Well, no, that's all I wanted to say. Just keep doing what you're doing.
All right,
Great
thank
show, and bye.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, having Anthony in here was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, have it not to take anything away from Rich. Having Rich Voss is
it's good
it's great too.
You're fun too.
You're fun too, Rich.
I would have loved to have been in here with Anthony.
Anthony texted me last night just to tell me how much fun he had.
Yeah, we were texting a little bit on Friday after the show.
Yeah, he was so psyched.
Yeah, it was
He
fun.
was so fucking happy.
What, to be back?
Yeah, just to come on, and it was just a fun hang.
Good news. I put my Weebelo photo on my Instagram.
All right, cool.
You know
Today's
what?
podcast, by the way, speaking of Anthony Cumia.
What?
Today's podcast.
Oh, yeah, if you didn't hear it
Is
or whatever,
Anthony.
yeah, grab it for today.
The podcast, you can find it on, there you go, all blown up for everybody. You can find the podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. It's the first hour of Anthony Cumia on with us from Friday, so you definitely want to hear that if you haven't yet.
All right.
can
Is
I-
it only the first hour or is it the whole thing?
It's the first hour, and then if there's demand for it, we'll totally release the second hour as another podcast.
Oh, it's a 1 hour thing, the podcast?
Yeah, we just keep it to an hour.
Can I throw out some dates?
Yeah.
Next weekend,
Yeah,
not this
garbage.
weekend. Next weekend, I'll be at the St. Louis Funny Bone. The first weekend of August, and the second weekend of August, I'll be at the Stress Factory in New Brunswick. Go to richvoss.com for all my dates. All right, and also listen to My Wife Hates Me podcast. This week is fucking funny, man.
Yeah?
Holy fuck, does she smash me?
For what?
Just everything, every fucking thing. Because whatever. But go St. Louis Funny Bone and Stress Factory.
All right, thank you. And I got me and Sam are going to Montreal. I'm doing Ron Bennington show Friday night. I got 3 shows of my own up there: Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And the Chip podcast is up, doing extremely well this week. The birthday episode is a tremendous hit. It's unbelievable how many people are watching this. It's unbelievable.
There's so many people that are watching this Chip podcast. It's unbelievable.
You wouldn't believe it how many people are watching. And all right, see you later.
You like
Welcome back.
You like rap?
Yes,
You hear
I
about,
do. Some.
Hey, you like rap?
You like hear about Drake's tattoo?
No, what about it?
I don't know. Sam was talking about it.
Drake, it's a little bit embarrassing, I think. He got a new tattoo. He got a tattoo of Lil Wayne's face on his arm.
Why?
I don't know.
Was it a goof?
Maybe he's a fan.
No, it's like a big thing. Like they work together. That it would honestly be like if Jim got a Rich Voss tattoo. Like wouldn't that weird you out a little bit?
Is it real or no?
Yeah, no, I think it's real.
Yeah, I don't get it. Did he say why he did it?
No, he hasn't done any like interviews or anything about it. It's just people noticed in like new pictures as of like yesterday on the back of his arm was this big. But he's also got like I think he's got Sade tattooed on him, and I think he's got a Rihanna tattoo.
But he doesn't have that many tattoos as a rapper. He doesn't have enough.
He's not like covered.
Is our guest here or no?
Who, Matt?
Yes.
Oh, Matt's here. Okay.
Matt can come in. Yeah, he's not like covered like some rappers are.
I mean,
he's got a lot of bad tattoos, to tell you the truth.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's sad because once you get on that bad tattoo fucking train, it's hard to get off.
Well,
because
it's a lot to cover them all up.
How you doing?
I'm Matt.
I'm Rich.
Hey, Rich. How are you?
Matt
good.
Iseman just walked in.
Yeah.
Rich, Matt is the host of American Ninja Warrior.
I fucking know that.
You don't know.
Hi, Matt.
Are you crazy?
You didn't know.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Good,
Hey,
how are you?
Sam.
How's it going,
Rich,
buddy?
I'm a fan, buddy.
You're the one. Thank
I'm
you.
the one.
Thank you. I know.
But when is the roast being released? Released.
We were just talking about that.
Just talking about
I
it.
honestly, to me, that's a. I'm sorry to jump in.
Go
with
ahead.
you guys.
No, go ahead.
Jump in.
The one thing I wanted to say is like because I love the old school roasts with like Dean. And Rickles, where I felt like they were all friends.
Right.
And I felt like your roast is going to be of those ones where at the end of the day, you guys have known each other for 20 plus years, and the kicks to the nuts are all going to come with a little bit of love and actually knowing the jokes, not just kind of someone, I read something online that he bought a Rolls Royce that was used on eBay and I'm going to make fun of him for that.
I didn't have to research anybody at that roast.
Right.
Right. I'm gonna, and I've said this before. I've worked on we've done tons of roasts, written on roasts. This roast to me was everybody killed on this roast.
Yeah.
It was, and it was so much fun because it was like an old school roast. Bobby kept standing up, and he reminded me of like Milton Berle when somebody would say a joke, and Milton Berle would stand up, and it
minus
was
the
just fun.
huge
It was just
penis.
fun. Exactly. Everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
So who did the best, Rich?
No, everybody killed.
Anthony
everyone
was,
really did.
I heard that.
Cumia was killing from the audience.
Here's the deal. Everybody killed. Florentine got a standing ovation.
It was great. It was great.
He fucking. But I had to follow everybody.
Do you? I mean, honestly,
so you're gonna-
let me ask this.
Give yourself a nice little pat there.
You got to get nervous when you hear absolute thunder and wonder if you're the one that's going to break the streak.
I thought I was going to bomb. I was really that nervous because fucking Colin and Big J at the end. Luckily, Anthony tried to heckle me. And it made me feel like I was in the club.
Right.
So it put me at ease. You know what I mean? To loosen up. The fact that
Isn't that amazing though that like Anthony, that's the mindset. Anthony is yelling shitty things at you as you're trying to perform in the audience, and that's what it takes to
Right.
make you feel comfortable. Like, this is home.
I mean, as someone who listened, I always thought that was the best part of the show, was sitting there from the safety of our car or whatever, listening when someone gets in the barrel. And you could feel the tide turn, as like Patrice or whoever would be jumping in on you guys. And you just hear the desperation in your voice. You're like, oh God, now all of them are focused on me. I think that's one of the most fun things is just listening to someone get shit on.
Well,
relentlessly.
Norton's opening line to Bonnie about how she was dressed was so fucking fun right there because he ad-libbed his first couple of jokes weren't prepared, and he right when he said to Bonnie about her wearing
The shirt,
fucking, a shirt with A cups or something.
She had a hole in her shirt.
Yeah.
And I said, if there's one thing you should do with A cups, it's show them off.
Right from the beginning, and it was a fun event. I'm glad that I got it. I only wish that Keith could have done it.
Yeah.
I would have loved if Keith could have done it. I mean, he got smashed in the audience, but I would have loved if he was up there.
Right.
But the question that Matt was asking, which I think, because we've talked about it now on the show over and over again, and we should, not to take away from it, but
when will it be released?
Yeah, Matt and a whole bunch of fans want to know when they can actually see the goddamn thing.
I'll tell you the truth. It's being edited. It's not an easy thing. It's out of our hands. The editing. It's with the production company.
Oh, you guys don't get to say what comes out.
No, if we
so it's in your hands.
We'll get the first cut. And we do have creative control over.
Okay.
It. You know.
They're not telling you what comedy is.
No.
Right.
But we're not going to sit on top of the first cut for 2. You know what I mean? Why they're doing it because they're going to do close-ups, this, whatever. And then after we look at,
are you cutting? Is it full? Is it actual length? Or are you going to have like one where it's every joke, or are you guys going to cut it down to like an hour and a half?
That's a good idea. I don't know because
how long was it?
It was like 2 hours. I mean, probably
because that's one where I think I would want to see. Like, if there were jokes that didn't do as well, I think those are the ones I would want to see.
There weren't really jokes that didn't do that well.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Everybody did really, really, really well.
That's one of those ones. I think like the first Patrice benefit where. I would have loved to have been able to bend in the room and feel the energy and just kind of see the people in the crowd and just hear it.
I mean, Louis J. Gomez got a little greedy at the end of his set, but it was part of it.
Well, but also too, he had Bobby when Norton and Bobby killed right from the door, right from the beginning, and Louis is new, and he's not. You know, he's a friend of mine, but he's second, third tier. He, you know, he's not. Right. So
that could be one of Lewis's new credits.
Second or third
tier for a rich boss.
But
so what is there any kind of time frame? Do you have any idea?
None whatsoever. To tell you the truth, I don't know. I mean, look.
So let's say it doesn't get. Let's say nobody buys it. God forbid.
If no one buys it, then
you throw it up on YouTube.
We find a way to put it up either on.
Put it on YouTube.
Podcast
put it on YouTube and charge people $2 for it.
I would pay for the director's cut of Rich like explaining why that joke is so funny on him. Like some of the stuff. If there were jokes where it's like not totally clear of the back, or you telling the backstory of where
that's a good idea.
Where Robert Kelly this joke came up from whatever go back and explain
my
it.
Voice?
Yes, I did.
Fucking love it. Just do my
I know. See, this is the problem. Like, I've been listening to you for like 20 years with these guys. So we get familiar. That's the problem. Is we think we're in on it.
But where are you based out of?
I'm based out of L.A.
Oh, okay.
I live in L.A.
All right. So that's weird when people listen so long and they know your fucking life. You know. And let me tell you,
you see him, he's trying to veer the conversation away.
I don't know what he's doing.
Isn't it weird when he does that? And it's like he thinks that it's like this artful thing. I catch him every time.
Sam the shit stirrer.
Get back to it.
Yeah, we were talking.
You guys are like profiling.
Like mid conversation. As soon as he was like, "So where are you based out of?" I was like, "He's just trying to shift the conversation."
He's doing crowd work with me.
No, he's trying to
kill me.
He's trying to move the conversation over to a different direction, but he doesn't know where. So he's hoping that he just finds
First of all, I did know where, and I'll tell you why I was doing that. Because if he lived, like, say he was based out of Connecticut or maybe out of Philly, I could have said, "Hey, I'm working in these places.
But
come out."
Isn't that great? But he goes to L.A. and Rich goes, "I have no work in Los Angeles."
You're not going to do an hour in Los Angeles. Where are you going to do an hour?
The Improv.
Huh?
He booked the Improv.
You don't do an hour even when I headlined the
out
Improv.
there. You were out there.
I did the Improv.
Or one of those other
no, I
clubs.
did the Melrose Improv. I did an hour when I headlined it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I did like
a lot of people in entertainment find work in Hollywood.
As a guy, listen, you're going to go. I did an hour at the Ice House. You're right.
Okay.
Good point.
Yes,
So you live in L.A.
yeah.
I played the Ice House.
So
You've confirmed you can do long time in L.A. at times. Yeah, you can do long sets in L.A.
Can you do 15-minute sets?
Sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
you do them too.
Cool. Cool.
I don't like the 15-minute sets.
No, I don't either.
Just digging himself out.
Yeah, it's just.
I don't like them.
You know, all jokes aside, I don't like the 15-minute set.
I'm going to be serious right now. I'm going to go on record. I'm not a big fan.
So are you promoting this new season?
So we're in the middle of the season of American Ninja Warrior. We just last night started the city finals, so we just did the 6 city qualifiers and then the 6 city finals. But I have an apology gift for you.
Okay.
Because I last time I was in here, I talked about trying to. I know.
And I never
trying to get Jim on the Celebrity Ninja Warrior, and I did. I made inquiries. I obviously don't have
understand.
any say.
I'm not a celebrity. They're always going to reject me those places.
And they did have a couple comedians on there.
Who's on there?
Jeff Dye, who's on an NBC show.
Yes.
He's on Better Late Than Never. You know Jeff?
And
Seattle?
he's at 10.
Yeah, I know his name. Okay.
But that's
I know Jeff,
like
yeah.
and Nikki Glazer came on too.
But Jeff has an
and I got
NBC
you one time. Rich, I didn't know.
That's all right.
This would probably fit Rich.
Thank you.
But Jeff's got an NBC show, so there's like a
Jeff
little
has
bit
an NBC
in
show.
conjunction there.
And you know how Nikki is a younger girl. and she looks like Jessie Graff. So, in my book, Jimmy, I know these were the muscle shirts for you.
My
guys.
arms are going to look great.
I know. Jess might like it.
I was looking for something sleeveless for the summer.
But in my book, Jimmy, I would have loved to have gotten you on. And
Thank you very much. It's okay.
Because you're a star to me.
Thank you very much.
It's actually Steve Ridgway is our exec, who worked with you at the Tonight Show, I think.
Oh, okay. That's good.
If you remember him. But
I don't.
He
probably didn't remember me.
No, he said Jim was one of the funniest guys we'd ever had. He said every segment you did, you'd have at least 1 or 2 lines that would kill the room.
Matt, the thing in show business, nobody will tell you they don't like you in show business. They don't ever tell you.
I'll tell
They
you
don't
right
because
now.
there's no way. Well, that's why, because you're not in show business.
Thank you for the gift.
Yeah, thank you, Matt. Yeah, because there's no advantage for them to tell you we don't like you.
Right.
Just, they just don't. But all right, so when does this? How is Nikki?
So it's on.
doing?
It's on Monday. Nick.
Okay.
So we shot that aired in May. That was part of Red Nose Day. Chris Hardwick was hosting that, and we did the celebrity version. Nikki did okay. She got through an obstacle, and then but it was the celebrity version was a little less stringent on the rules. Usually the show is you touch the water, you fall, it's over. And on the celebrity version, they were a little more generous.
Okay.
Nikki did well. Jeff Dye did very well. He got up the warped wall on his first try.
I mean, you should see this show. The obstacles are so hard. They're so hard. It's
unbelievable.
It's unbelievable.
These obstacles are so hard to get up. You wouldn't believe it.
Are you making fun of my other boss?
Yeah. That's right. He was your
From
other boss.
Apprentice, technically.
Oh, yeah.
I saw the one-legged guy on your show.
Zach Gallen.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's been incredible. We've had a few people with the amputations, and they make the distinction of below the knee or above the knee. Below the knee, you retain the knee joint, so physiologically, you're able to do a lot more movement. This guy had lost it above the knee, and you know him from WWE.
He got the shit kicked out of him by Brock Lesnar once.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, the guy's 180 pounds.
Right.
How did he lose
with
his
one
knee?
leg?
Cancer.
Childhood. He was born had to lose the leg, and so he came on the show. And this will go over really well in this room. I know it's like a show though where it's relentlessly positive, where you have these stories of people. That was so perfect. Look at you. By the way, this is so awesome. Jimmy's sitting in the
Jimmy Buttons, we call him now.
Jimmy Buttons.
We call him Jimmy Buttons.
It's fun pushing the buttons.
It's a good show. It's positive. And how old you have young daughter, right?
I have two. I have a 27-year-old, 26-year-old, a 25-year-old, and going to be a 10-year-old.
That's
so
three.
It's a show like young kids.
All good kissers.
Young girls might like. They're all good kissers.
That is three.
So it's been fun. It's been fun being a part of a show that it started on cable and was nothing on G4. Look at the guns.
Why are you flexing?
I'm just nothing.
What you doing? Six pack?
Yeah, right. I don't think you got a six pack.
No, he doesn't.
Roland.
Why are you taking your hat off?
Jesus, Voss, that's impressive.
Yeah, right. Take the shirt off.
And he almost took his hat off. Oh, he's taking his shirt off. What a fucking fool. What are you doing?
Voss has his shirt off, and he's flexing his muscles so he can see the pecs.
That's not even a good six-pack.
Yeah. No, it's pretty good, dude. It's pretty good.
60.
He's looking like Danny Trejo now.
He is. That's a Danny Trejo.
He's like
Watch in another month.
Prison action hero movie.
Do you have no underwear on?
Yeah, I do.
I don't see the. There it is.
So what are you doing? You been working out a lot?
I don't want to see that.
Have you been working out a lot, Rich?
No, I always work out.
He always works out.
I'm trying to cut out as much gluten as I can.
All right, boring. How many sit-ups a day do you do?
I do them every other day.
How many?
I do 1,000 crunches and I do planks.
The belly does stick out a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
He's put some weight on.
He has put.
He put his shirt on backwards. That's right. You're only 60. Why would you know that by now?
Did he put his shirt on wrong?
Yeah, backwards.
How long before the Rich Voss workout series comes out?
Yeah.
Good idea.
Right?
That's true.
Well, it's here's when you're on the road so much, it's so hard to eat well.
Right.
By the way, this is how good shape he's in. He's got a six-pack, but he's out of breath from taking his shirt off. Not paying attention to the cardio so much.
I don't care about the insides.
Right.
It's the outsides.
That's true.
Everybody thinks it's about treadmill and but it's diet. It's all fucking diet.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I hit the fucking. I didn't mean to pick up on this call.
Jimmy
Sorry.
Buttons is going crazy.
I actually didn't mean to.
He's
do
on
that.
now. What's his name?
Hello. Who's this? Rich?
Yeah.
Hey buddy, I actually hit the number. I actually hit this button by mistake.
That's Jimmy Buttons sometimes.
But I guess
it's a
that's
little unpredictable.
That's the way God wanted it. So we'll talk to you. What's up, man?
I just want to say, hey, Rich, I'm a fan, Rich Voss, but I got some comments about Opie.
Wow.
All right. Well, if you can, just keep it brief, just because we're in the middle of the segment. I didn't mean to pick you up.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're positive.
And we love
show.
Wigger Rich, though, so. This is his name, is Wigger Rich.
Oh, I thought you meant this one.
Yeah, no. No, that's finished, Rich. No.
I was like, that's a new nickname for him. I hadn't heard that.
Yes, Rich.
Oh, yeah, I'm back. Yeah, like, I'm pretty disturbed that he likes filming obese men take shit.
Well,
and he has very large breasts as well. So
you don't need to worry about it anymore. You don't need to worry about it anymore.
All right, Rich. We appreciate it. You can call anytime. We're in the middle of the segment with Matt, but
Has the healing begun?
Yeah, obviously, right?
Yeah, we're all doing good.
Everybody's good now.
No, none of us like each other. All right, thank you, Rich. Appreciate it.
Everybody's cool.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
There's a Photoshop. What's the Twitter name of the guy who did it?
Tef Chipperson?
Tef Chipperson took Rich with no shirt on and added a lot of weight to the torso, titties, and then the
He looks like a dwarf.
How quickly they did it, too.
They're fucking amazing.
Look at your nipples. He looks like a dwarf.
The protruding forehead is really bad.
Protruding.
Hilarious. Oh, the day I gave out my password, within a minute, I was on every gay site. Fucking my daughter called me up and said,
Yeah, but what did they do to you different?
Exactly.
My daughter goes, is there anything you want to tell me?
Does she listen to your stuff now?
No,
Is
the
she
young
older?
one?
Yeah, the 10-year-old.
Oh, she comes on our podcast. She kills.
Yeah.
She kills. She's so funny.
Do you have any insight about that day? Because that day that you gave out your password is, I mean, it's my favorite day I've been alive so far. And I mean, I've been married, I have a child, like that's still number one.
You enjoyed that when he did that?
It's my favorite thing that's ever happened. And I mean, a lot's happened to me, even professionally, and still, that's my favorite day on the planet. Why would you think that your Twitter username was comic631, your password for your Twitter, Facebook, email? Like that was your password.
Did people pick up on it immediately?
They said, "What's your Twitter address?" And Voss just announced his password for all of his accounts on the air.
Did you have to negotiate to get your account back?
Oh,
yes.
I called my web guy. He just fucking...
No. I took your email. Travis took your Facebook. One of the fans took your Twitter accounts, and you had to negotiate with everybody. Your web guy got your email back.
Oh, he did.
But you had to negotiate with Travis to get your Facebook. You had to negotiate with a caller to get your Twitter back.
I have a particular set of skills.
First of all, it's not bad. This guy's starting to get on my
We
nerves.
have the clip.
I'm sorry.
We have the clip.
You
What's
do?
that?
Yeah, we have the clip.
We don't want to hear that.
Yes, we do.
I want to hear this.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd
go
like to hear
back.
it.
Oh, God.
What is your Twitter name?
Rich Voss.
What was the thing you said earlier? What was the comic thing?
I don't know. Don't say it because it might be something else.
What is your Twitter name? Like if someone wants to see your Twitter, what would they have to type in to see your Twitter?
Wait till you hear this one, Jimmy.
What is your Twitter name?
Rich Voss.
So that
So
you
why
can
were
go
you-
to www.twitter.com/richvoss.
And you can
Yeah, I
start
would imagine
following
so.
Rich
You get
Voss.
there. Yeah.
Okay, so what was
the thing you said earlier?
and what was the thing earlier?
Oh. I don't know. Don't say it because it might be something else.
Oh, it might be.
No, it is something else.
And every-
Oh, we don't have the original thing, Travis?
And
I
they're
do,
hacking
yeah.
the shit
Let me hear
out of
him
your
giving it
Twitter.
away.
Yeah, I want
Voss gave
to.
us
I
his
just.
password.
Yeah, I don't want to hear the aftermath. I
I
want
want
to
to hear the.
Give me a second.
Just
Although
him.
that sound, that realization of,
Can you take that picture off, please?
No, why would I? It's
I just don't want
perfect.
to look at
We
it.
just
We
leave
do.
it. We just leave it. The picture, just leave it. Leave it be.
Yeah, you look good. You look like a fucking in-shape dwarf.
dude, I'd be psyched to have that body, Rich. That's impressive.
But so why did you think that your password was your username?
I was new to it.
But I've never heard of anybody getting those two things confused.
Well, now you have.
No, I guess you're right.
You didn't say that.
Yeah, that
now
was
you can say
stunning that he did that.
You're right. I've never
Stunningly stupid.
because they're so different, right? Like your username is
Right.
something you want everybody to know, and your password is something you wouldn't even want anybody to guess.
I would have
So
to agree with that.
how could the two be this interchangeable?
Well, you know, things are moving so quick in here, and
I see.
there's so much. The talent is crazy. So you're just boom, 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 and all of a sudden you make a mistake, and that mistake costs you
Everything.
All right, let's hear it. We have it.
Rich Voss. Here you go for Rich Voss. RichVoss.com.
Rich Voss on MySpace.
Yeah.
What's your Twitter thing?
I don't fucking Twitter. Rich Voss, Twitter. I don't know how
What do
you
you mean
do
you
that.
don't Twitter?
I Twitter all
You
the
don't
time.
know
I got
how to-
fucking. I love it. I
So
Twitter all
I'm
the
asking you
time.
what
Wait,
your
you just say you don't know how to do
No,
that.
I don't know. You can give a Twitter address. Nobody
Holy
acknowledged
shit.
you talked.
All right,
I
you
don't
know what?
know.
No promotion for your Twitter today. Fuck
Twitter
you.
Rich Voss, I guess.
No,
How
it's
is it?
not that.
What is it?
It's certainly not that.
Did you pick a name when you signed up for Twitter?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God! Don't you know what? You don't
Yeah.
get the promotion for your Twitter.
Comic 630.
That's your Twitter name?
I think so. Comic 630.
Why? What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong?
Your profession, your age, and then a zero.
Work off the name Rich Voss.
Oh my
How
God!
about you work off the name Rich Voss?
All right.
Maybe Rich Voss is.
That was great. That was great.
I think the best thing too would be that he's not on his phone, he's not on the screen. Everyone else in here is. So the joke's going on as people are hacking his accounts, and he would be the only one who wouldn't be aware of it at that point.
People knew the Comic 360 was his password.
Yeah, they figured it out right away. And then once they figured out it was Twitter, then they started. We thank God for the 7-second delay, because as soon as somebody figured out it was Twitter, all of us like minions around here started logging into all of his other accounts and grabbing them. That's how we got them all. It was the same password for everything. I'll bet there's still accounts out there that he owns that he didn't change the password.
No, I
on.
did. I don't have that anywhere.
What's your new password?
I'm not going to tell you now.
Oh,
Yeah. Is it the same thing?
No.
That'd be a good way to promote the release of the DVD. Just give control of your accounts back to the past.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to call my next CD, I think.
Comic 630?
Yeah. That's a good idea.
I think it's funny.
It's going to be my 6-1.
Yeah.
My 6th CD.
Dude, I would buy it if the CD, just because, I mean, that moment is so
And
amazing.
it'd be a good story.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. But I like his idea about narrating the roast.
You're doing like a director's
I
commentary?
think it'd be really cool, or you get Jimmy in there to tell some of the, just where it's like you guys talking about the stories.
Oh, that's a fucking.
I mean, essentially, it'd be a radio show.
Oh, yeah,
about
the
it, kind
director's
of an
cut. That's
unmasked.
awesome. Yeah, that's a great idea.
Well, this is what you do. You put it out as a podcast on your podcast, and that way the special promotes your podcast because people want that, and then the podcast promotes the special because you have to have both.
There it is.
Oh. You understand?
No.
No. Stop.
What's special? Are you doing a special? Are you shooting a special?
Next in
Comic
September.
630.
I'm
Oh,
supposed
good.
to.
Comic
But
630.
we're doing it ourselves.
Okay.
I'm going to do it at a 12-step convention.
Really?
Yeah. Because no one's ever done that.
That's great.
And I could do material there.
Sure.
That I can't do in clubs. I mean, I can do in clubs, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do.
should
How
do
big
it
is
as
the convention?
I think it's going to be 500, maybe 500, 300 to 500. I think in the audience.
Oh, I would have thought more. Okay.
Shoot at the voice.
No, I mean, no, conventions are bigger,
Yeah.
but the comedy shows at conventions aren't always. I wouldn't want more than 300. You know, I would rather have an intimate audience.
For a special, you want more.
Huh?
You want more.
Yeah,
than
I bet if he could get more than 300, he'd like more.
because I'll tell you why. You want for the cameras. You have camera kills. You got to
Yeah.
fucking kill some seats. You want to have more than 300.
You don't think? Do you think he'd mind doing an auditorium?
No.
Me
You got to
neither.
do more than 300. You got to try.
Whatever. That's where we're going to do it. You know, what are you laughing at?
It's just funny because like Jim is pointing out like why no, of course you want to do this, and you're like, well, whatever. This is what we're doing.
Well, look at that. But I don't agree 100% because fucking Sarah did a special in front of 40 people and fucking it killed.
Sarah who?
Maria Bamford did one in her living room
Yeah.
to her parents. It depends, you know, how many people. Bobby, I don't know. And there's a couple others that did theirs at the Village Underground.
That's true.
That seats 200 people. So, yeah, there's all different. You know, you do so many theaters. You know, and I
do
and-
some.
Well, yeah, and I've done theaters. I used to do theaters a lot after, but to me, I'm a club comic. That's what I am.
Let me ask, do you, I mean, you
I
get,
wish you were clubbed comic.
do you find, you've got yours on Netflix.
Yeah.
And you had it on Epix before. Do you get more from the video streaming element of it or the audio?
Oh God, the video.
Yeah.
Netflix. Yeah. The ones for Epics were different ones. This is one that was just shot for Netflix. Yeah, it's a much more video.
Yeah. Yeah, people like
People like watching it.
people like watching it. Especially on Netflix. I mean, Netflix is because people have gotten conditioned to watching comedy on Netflix.
Yeah.
Right? Like people have gotten conditioned to be like, okay, I want to watch stand up. I want to watch comedy. So let me just scroll through what's on Netflix.
It used to be the HBO special. Now it seems like it's totally
Absolutely.
Netflix.
HBO is still a big deal, though.
Yeah.
It's still, the other ones are trying to keep pace, but HBO, I'd still say, is a big deal.
But it seems like for the young kids, they want to, they just watch Netflix.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing we're going through at NBC, where you feel like the ratings on everything are going down because they're spread out so much more.
HBO is smart to come out with HBO Go.
Yeah.
So they have their own
have
thing.
to.
Yeah.
People just aren't watching in front of the TV, and even if they do, they're streaming it from their phone or iPad.
And they still got like Game of Thrones and shows like that people will subscribe for. So, I think they'll survive this thing because they're already figuring out the digital push out of their content.
Yeah.
But that's where everybody has to be.
But to me, it seems like, not that I interact with a ton of young kids, but the ones, when they talk about comedians, a lot of it are the ones that they saw on Netflix.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the way to reach
Well, I mean,
the
there
new
was
generation of fans.
and back then it was Comedy Central.
Right.
HBO was always the biggest. Always, those fucking Dangerfield made so many people famous with his young comedian.
Right.
I mean, from
God,
back then.
Dice's special.
Yeah.
You go back and that was just
Kennison.
Kennison,
a monster.
Hicks, so many of
Was
them.
Hicks on a Dangerfield special?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was on
Which one?
second one, I think. I was at the taping for that one.
Were you really?
Yeah, I went to see it.
Did you know at the time, like, these shows were? Was there a sense like,
Well,
oh my
I
God,
think
this is a career maker?
I think it was the second one, and the first one was so good. But I was so young in the business, I didn't know what a career
Oh, you were in the
maker
business
was.
for that? Okay.
Yeah. I was like doing it maybe 3 years or 4 years.
So you saw them shoot at Dangerfield. Wow, that was a small club.
Yeah.
And how many cameras? You don't remember? I said it must have been a fucking madhouse, though. Cameras in that small room.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I don't know who was on Hicks. I think Carol Leifer was on it. Some guy, Richie Gold.
Oh yeah, Richie Gold, sure.
Remember him?
And not a bad place to shoot a special.
Right, it's a good point. Okay.
But it was great. It was just great watching these guys, and I mean, as a comic too, watching those specials because it just it launched so many careers.
When they called them young comedians. How far along were those guys? I had no sense of that.
I don't think any of them were doing it well over 10 years.
Well, Rodney's specials were different than the young comedian special, I think.
No, his were the young comedians.
Oh, they were? Okay.
Right, the young comedian. But I don't think, maybe Sam was doing it probably, 10, 12 years at the time.
Yeah.
Dice wasn't doing it long.
No, but he was around for a while.
He was around, but none of them were 20-year veterans or 15 or over, I don't think.
What would the equivalent of that be? Like the roasts on Comedy Central?
Yeah, I mean, there really isn't one. There's no special that when it comes out that features young comedians, people are like, wow.
Well, Netflix, I think, is trying to build it with the comedian special that they just put out.
Yeah, but they're each doing a half hour. This was where you'd each do like 8 minutes.
Yeah.
This was like a 1 hour
but
special.
the show you did with Lemmy was I mean, you had more experienced comics as opposed to
that was on Epics, I think.
Right.
Down and Dirty. But what happened with that was that they approved to do it, and then all of a sudden the fucking president of HBO left, and the woman who approved it left. Both people who were backing it left before I shot. They almost didn't shoot them because then they want a clean slate to shoot their own shit.
You had the sense of...
Yeah, but I actually called the president of the company and asked him, hey, look, we'd love to do it. And they actually wound up doing the four that that originally said they would do.
Wow.
Yeah, that wasn't going to happen. If I didn't call him, that wouldn't have happened. It was just luck that he was a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, but you've got YouTube now. Like, you got more exposure than ever for young comics.
Yeah. Right. It's hard to stand out or have something where you feel like if you get on this,
it's like
this is the stamp.
You have to do something clever enough that people share it on Facebook.
Like releasing your password to your accounts.
Yes.
Yeah. If you did that, people would share that on Facebook.
But you can get a lot more, you get seen by a lot more people now, but it doesn't seem to mean as much. I guess because it's international.
Right.
But a Rodney HBO special meant something. Like you knew. I remember the first time I saw Nick DiPaolo. Him and I think Janine Garofalo was on like the 7th annual Young Comedian special, or maybe it was the 10th, whatever it was.
Right.
I remember it was before I was in the business. We watched Nick. I'm like, this funny motherfucker.
Did you know Nick at that point?
No, I was not even a comedian. Nick was probably fairly new too.
Right.
I think there was also this feeling of a filtration system. Like if you saw a comic on a special like that, you would go in with the feeling that this is going to be funny because they wouldn't have made it onto this TV special if they weren't great. Whereas now, if you stumble across something on YouTube, it's like, all right, let's see what you got because there's no filtration.
What do you think draws people to the clubs? Like, I mean, a lot of people will
there's so
watch
many
it, but what is it?
different
Is it
things.
like the podcast that has been a bump for you, or
The
what?
podcast,
What's been the
radio,
biggest driver for you?
Radio. I mean,
Yeah.
but again, Troy, can you look up HBO Dangerfield specials?
You know, Otto was supposed to do one of those. So Ronnie already said yeah, or they all approved Otto. So they said, Ronnie said, well, let me see him one more time. So Otto was at Catch. They put him up at Catch Rising Star, but they put him up first.
Yeah.
And Otto didn't have a great set. So Ronnie was, and then Otto's like, fuck you, you old drunk.
Jesus.
It was a great story because Ronnie goes, you know, kid, I don't know. You know, because you don't put Otto first.
That's funny though. Usually you hear the stories of how someone got the break.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Jay Moore goes in and he does his one set that gets him SNL or whatever, as opposed to the ones where you torpedoed your career.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you're like, if that set had gone well, I could have been.
Robert Schimmel. Is there just a list at IMDb?
I'm looking.
Of which comics did the
right there, IMDb. Go to the 9th annual one.
new comedian night?
Yeah, your show on NBC, I just watched
Troy's
over
not the strongest
90-something
Googler.
episodes in a month and a half of The Blacklist.
Oh, it's a great show. James
the best-
Spader is so
good
But
in it.
that's what's amazing
I
to
saw
me.
half of one episode. I couldn't
You didn't
get
like
through
it?
No.
I think my point is, as you look at to me, this is the golden era of TV, where I think the best TV ever is being put out. And you look at The Crown on Netflix. I don't know if you saw that, but John Lithgow's in it, and you're like, Oscar-winning actors are doing TV series, not on broadcast, but on small, on not that Netflix is small or FX or things. And you see, it gets a little disheartening though if you're like I tried to act for a little while and have friends who do it. And you think you're going into a room and you see someone who's
Kevin
been
Spacey.
in 100 movies.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, why am I going in here? And it's great. It's great TV. But again, even for those shows, I think standing out is brutal. I thought Spader was amazing.
He
in the
was
show.
so good. And I'm telling you, I watched over 90 episodes in like a month and a half or 2 months, the whole 4 seasons. That's
probably that's a little much.
I don't know
probably.
what I didn't like about it. I remember it just seeming like a little hokey. But again, I watched part like,
but they're all little. I mean, even 24.
I never
which
saw that
loved.
either.
Yeah.
Little,
You never saw 24?
No.
Oh,
I think those are ones though. If you don't get caught at the beginning, it can get a little annoying.
Right.
Like Game of Thrones, I haven't started, and now
it seems
I feel,
like such an undertaking.
It seems like such an undertaking, and I also feel like there's that cultish part where you're like, no, I don't want to like it now.
Yeah,
because everyone loves it so much.
I just watch Ballers. I don't need to watch Game of
The
Thrones.
Rock is amazing.
Yeah, I
isn't
like Ballers. It's easy. You figure it out.
He's the WWE world, bro.
Yeah, it's much easier. Like Game of Thrones seems way too complicated.
But it's a great show. It's actually a really good one. I'm surprised I got as into it as I did.
Yeah.
And sometimes I still don't know what's happening. Like, it's so confusing.
You see the other night?
But it looks gorgeous.
No, I'll watch it tonight.
Oh,
you loved it?
It was good. Yeah, it was good.
But I'll watch it tonight. But I'm not,
Yeah, I said, I lose interest in shows quickly though.
After we watched The Wire, it was so tough to watch anything else that involved cop. We tried Dexter right after The Wire.
Right.
We got through 2 episodes. We go, it doesn't compare. There's stuff. And everybody said
I
how
love
great it
Dexter,
was.
yeah.
But after watching The Wire, it's so hard. The only thing that came close to it was The Shield.
Yeah.
But nothing came close to that.
Right.
To me, and most of the other people that saw it. So it's hard,
Yeah.
But I think Blacklist for network was as good as you can get for network.
Isn't it funny though? You're saying like network now is not the gold standard. Network has become
Cable's
like
the gold,
the pablum for the masses.
Well, the thing is with network, you have the limitations are
Right. They put shows like American Ninja Warrior on.
Well, no.
It's on USA too. The team Ninja Warriors on USA. That's cable.
I told you we got to go to SmackDown.
I know. I saw you.
By the way, I have such an appreciation for the machine that is WWE that on a Tuesday night in Louisville, there are 12,000 paying people in an arena watching this show live.
Yeah.
And that they're that are essentially they're the paid audience for the show.
Right.
It's crazy. So
yeah.
There's that many people watching a fucking preacher live too, okay? On Sunday morning.
Right.
Why?
What is it?
What I'm saying
What's he
is,
talking about?
Why?
Stupid.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was an insult at my show or you. Or
yeah,
you, Sam.
Your show is good. Your show is good.
Thanks.
Your show is like, hey, I don't want to think.
Didn't you say you couldn't draw more than 300?
I don't want to think. Let me look at these fucking,
Let me look at colors and shapes on the screen. Right.
If it's that easy to draw, can't get more than 300 for your special?
I didn't listen.
Are you over people's heads? You're a little too smart.
That's probably what it is. Voss is a much higher echelon thinker.
He's more of an intellectual.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
he
he's not
appeals
for
to the arts
masses.
crowd.
Yeah,
That's how it is. Just give me a stool, some notes, and I'm ready to go.
Right.
I'm different.
Do you go out with a notepad now?
No, listen. Are you kidding me? What am I, Bonnie?
Does she go out with a notepad?
No. She fucking kills.
I know.
She's brilliant.
I'm taking
just
down.
married to a
All
showrunner.
joking aside,
Exactly.
I mean, she's
Give me a
great.
serious answer, you asshole. I just want to know if she ever brings a notepad on.
She's
her.
terrific.
She's as thin as she's ever been.
What?
I just want you to know that.
I don't care.
Who gives a shit?
Let's pretend she's a guy. She's as thin as he's ever been.
Oh no, she's sick.
She's on the Rich Voss workout program. Another satisfied client.
It's true.
She's been doing CrossFit for 3 years.
Has she really?
Yeah,
Yes,
3 years
that's not why
CrossFit.
she's thin. Every time she thinks of fuck you, she throws up.
So that's once a month.
Oh, you don't get laid a lot?
Oh, are you kidding me? We'd rather watch TV and have a snack.
Oh,
that's what you do when you're married.
I guess so. Yeah. How long are you married?
No, I'm living with a girlfriend.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
Is it the same one as from the summer?
Yeah, you met
yes,
Joe.
Yes, she's
Yeah,
great.
Venezuelan.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met. Sam at Kevin and Maria's.
Yep.
Did you watch the Megyn Kelly
Not
interview
yet.
with them?
Not yet.
God, it's sad.
I haven't seen it.
Maria just talking about brain cancer and her mother's battle with it.
right.
And you're
Yeah.
just like, wow, what a double whammy.
She,
for
she,
them.
oh, she's talking about her own thing too.
Her
right?
own, and she was just saying how she feels responsible for her tumor. Like the doctors don't agree, but she just said that she's been working so hard and not taking time for herself. It was sad. It was they're talking about they've been together for 19 years and they're talking about IVF and trying to have a kid. And I think she's kind of getting this sense of did I put my life on hold and now I'll maybe never get to live it, kind of thing of where you work so hard thinking, eventually I'll enjoy it.
Who are you talking about?
Maria Menounos. She's battling brain cancer and her mom has.
Does she have brain cancer or
No,
is it
just a tumor.
Or
Just a
tumor,
tumor.
right.
Yeah,
her
brain
mom
tumor.
has it.
Well, you're friends with her? Or
Well, I know her husband or fiance a little better, Kevin, and we'd met at Kevin's 50th, not met, but we connected at Kevin's 50th. You
Yeah, I
was
was
there,
there.
too.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
actually texting with Kevin last night.
That was, it was, but it's sad. It's sad, seeing someone go through that, the real life issues.
Yeah, and
That
it is
occasionally
weird
jump
about
in.
putting your life on hold. Like you think, okay, I'll do all this work, and someday I'll have these other things that make you feel good. But then you're like, when is that going to happen?
Well, and I think in entertainment, I was talking about this with my girlfriend. I've been traveling a lot, and it's the thing of I think we're all kind of paranoid to say no to something to leave time out because you're afraid that offer won't come around again.
What's an offer?
But you work so hard to try to get the opportunities, and you're like, is this enough? And you just don't want to get to that point where you're like, man, I wish I would have said yes because.
And I mean, I don't think people really realize how much Kevin and Maria put their lives on hold for the business. I mean, they work and have worked for the last since they've been together for 19 years,
nonstop.
Stop.
I mean, they have.
Kevin Undergaro is Maria Menounos'
They have a
fiancé.
radio studio and a podcast studio on their property. That they're working full time. And then they run AfterBuzz and she was doing 2 or 3 shows on a radio show and it's
nonstop.
Is he looking at me? Oh, sorry.
Who's that lady?
That's Rob.
No, the lady.
Oh,
is she
behind
boss?
That's my
Is she a
publicist.
boss? Oh, it's your boss.
Is she your boss?
Yeah, she's my boss. She's shaking her head disapprovingly.
I said, is she a boss here at Sirius? It looked like
monitoring the show.
Bosses ever come down here?
Like
They don't even know what's going on.
It looked like a scene from Talk Radio where they were fucking staring through the
Yeah.
You do kind of look like Jay Moore if your head.
I've been getting that because I have an enormous
by
head.
a hornet's nest. You have a swollen Jay
I have a
Moore head.
swollen
Not a
dome.
bad way.
I know. It's enormous forehead.
Do you work like before you did American Ninja?
Yeah.
Like What were you, a bodybuilder? No, I mean,
Boss,
did
trying
you
to get it.
compete?
What did you just hold on? What did you just ask him?
If he was a bodybuilder, compete? Like, did he compete as
Arnold
a bodybuilder?
Schwarzenegger.
You're in good shape, man. But he did look like a bodybuilder.
Voss is flirting with Matt Iseman
You're
right
fawning.
now.
And let me tell you, Sam, all signs are positive right now.
Wow.
So, man, are you like a professional?
No, I didn't
a
know.
professional bodybuilder, or is it just a hobby? Or
Yeah, maybe. Hey, where do you live? Maybe you can meet me at a gig.
yeah. How you must work on your body a lot.
Let's take our shirts off. Let's do
Hey,
our
Matt, do you ever
workout.
hold a smaller Jewish man in your arms so he can't get away?
Voss is flirting.
Oh, you're sick of us. You look like a movie star. Were you a bodybuilder? Where do you live? I travel there. You cocksucker.
So what? Before you did the TV show, were you just a professional model, or like?
Yeah.
Before that head was stung by what was it? A nest full of hornets?
Hornet nest, yeah.
So were your parents like exceptionally good looking, or was it just something that happened by mistake for
Hey,
you?
Matt, have you had your head checked for a brain tumor? It's enormous.
You want to teach each other how to kiss?
Yeah.
You've
Great
been
lips.
a Boy Scout.
All right. So were you? I guess the question on the table here is:
I played baseball in college and had worked out.
What position?
Pitcher. Huh?
Just what you were hoping for.
Perfect. You were not a professional bodybuilder, though.
No.
No. Okay.
Well, he has a big upper body.
All right.
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah. You can tell he works out.
Let me tell you, Rich, the lower body's what's really impressive.
You can tell he works out.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't be. They're not going to have someone hosting American Ninja that looks like you guys.
Honestly, so I tried the course last year and dislocated a bone in my foot
one
and had to have
cares.
surgery. Thanks, Rich. God, I love this. I love being in here.
Wait, do we have the question? Travis is going to play the question. We have a question. It's important.
Second time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like before you did American Ninja.
Yeah.
Like, what were you, a bodybuilder? No, I mean, trying to compete.
What did you just hold on? What did you just ask him?
By the way, stupid me answering it like he's serious.
No,
Who wouldn't ask?
Yeah,
He was
right.
serious. It was just a terrible, flirty question.
Yeah, it really was.
Ooh,
It's
I'm
like
feeling faint.
Philip Seymour Hoffman making conversation with Mark Wahlberg and Boogie Nights. You like my car? You like the car? Or?
I feel like I'm wearing a robe in Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah, fucking Scotty Voss.
Scotty Voss. just a boom mic operator on American Ninja Warrior going.
I got it because I knew you'd like it.
Bought a car because he thought Matt Iseman would like it.
Yeah. So Matt has to be out of here in 2 minutes. Travis just told me.
Oh, they're telling us he's got to get out of here.
No, but that's actually a real one. Travis told me.
I'm kidding.
Travis,
Do you want to take my phone number, or should I get yours? Or
Take my Twitter user password.
Mondays at 8 o'clock on NBC is American Ninja Warrior, and it's Matt Iseman on Twitter. Just one long word. And we always enjoy you coming in.
Yeah, Matt's a great guy.
Guys, I really appreciate it. This is the most fun.
Thank you for the gift too. It was nice.
Yeah. Again, in my book, you're one of the biggest celebrities I've ever
Nah, but
met.
I'm never going to make that. That's just never going to be something that people are clamoring for. Celebrity Apprentice, never.
Not with that attitude, huh?
Us, Big A, Rich Voss, and Bobo would be cheering for you.
I know. I know.
I want to get on that.
Get on what? Oh, he's looking at a cock.
just staring at Matt's lap.
Thank you, guys.
All right, we'll break and be right back.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
What?
Next weekend, I'll be at the St. Louis Funny Bone. The weekend after that, at the Stress Factory. Go to richvoss.com for all my dates.
Yep.
Okay.
August Unpacked.
That's nothing a rejoiner. But it's the first walk-on song I ever used was... no, it was actually the game. Sorry, it was not. It was off this album.
No one cares.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, when I hear these rejoiners, it brings me back to the old days. It's a Disturbed song, off that album.
No, not the Motorhead song.
No, it's Disturbed. Down with the Sickness is a good one. That was a big hit for those guys.
Yes, it was. Big hit for the boys in Disturbed.
Kyle Mooney and Dave McCarthy Dave McCarry are coming in, and I like Matt Iseman a lot. He's really fun.
Yeah, I do too. I'm a big Kyle Mooney fan, I have to be honest. I love... he just does really weird stuff on SNL. He's done a lot of very funny stuff.
Oh, okay.
And I watched his new movie, Brigsby Bear, and it's really, really good. It's going to be... it's going to get a lot of people talking, I think.
Okay.
It did well at Sundance already. and it's just like it's a weird comedy. I think it's a comedy. It's a weird one.
Is it not a true story? Obviously, no.
It is not a true story. No, it is not.
Are you going to sit, Rich? What are you doing?
Because I'm leaving in like 10 minutes.
Why?
I got to drive.
So you're
going
to stand for 10 minutes?
Just standing.
That's
for
a
10?
long time to stand.
I feel, I got a little more self-esteem now that I got a new buddy that's a host on the NBC show.
Did you just kept calling it American Ninja?
What's that?
He did. I noticed it every time.
It was awful.
Wait, say
You
again?
just kept saying
calling it
American Ninja.
What is it?
American Ninja Warrior.
Oh, well, you know what? We don't have time to say everything.
You said it like 4 times. You
I
were
did
like,
not.
when you started hosting American Ninja, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Like, I know you said it multiple times because Jim and I looked at each other every time you said it.
Why do you call it ANW?
He said it when he asked the bodybuilding question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What did I say?
You want to hear it?
No. What is this?
Play it for me.
Fucking replay day?
Replay radio.
Like before you did American Ninja.
Yeah.
Like, what were you, a bodybuilder?
Oh, you fucking mo.
Fucking mo.
You know what the worst part is?
it's
He's
Mo.
asking that question in earnest.
Yeah.
Like, he's really asking.
Yeah, well, to get that kind of gig, you have to be
A bodybuilder?
or something in shape. You have to be some kind of athlete or fucking.
He wasn't an athlete.
Yeah, he was a baseball player.
In college.
Yeah, well,
He didn't get the gig out of college.
they look back. They look at your resume. Okay, they go over it.
Okay, maybe
they look at your resume.
You're probably right. You're probably right. You're probably right about that. Oh my God!
How crazy is it though? Like, remember when you did Tough Crowd? I mean, even your specials and all this stuff, but Tough Crowd. Like, how many celebrities or actors and actresses used to watch Tough Crowd because we were saying stuff that no one else would say on TV?
I don't know if celebrities were watching it. I've never gotten that impression.
Came up to me. I could tell you two.
You know how many people came up to me? Two.
Well, hold on. Slow down with the fucking tidal wave of accolades.
Wow.
All right. So of this mob of 2 people, who was it?
Norm from Cheers. I think it was Norm.
This is the second time you've waxed poetic about Tough Crowd this morning, and it's you're just diluting it.
Who else?
I forgot. You're right. I'm
Who
just
else?
saying about TV or radio.
No, who
I'm
else
just saying-
besides Norm from Cheers? I want to hear this other A-lister.
Doesn't remember the other guy.
No. Was it Kevin Pollak?
Probably not. Probably not.
Oh, boy.
I don't remember.
Did you hear about the hunter that killed himself?
Herself.
how?
Herself,
Right, right,
because she
right.
was online bullied. I wrote a joke about it on Twitter last night. People got mad.
Mad at you?
Yeah.
How? Why?
A lot of hunters got angry.
Oh my
How'd she
God.
kill herself?
So this Spanish big game hunter, she took her life because people were shitting on her on social media. She's 27. She was found dead on Wednesday from apparent suicide at her apartment in Spain. She's amassed a huge fan base on social media, posting images of herself hunting. Her Facebook page, where she shared hunting tips, had nearly 39,000 followers. That's big. I don't know.
Are her
That's
parents
huge.
gonna
Yeah, I
mount,
mean, but
are her
for-
parents
for-
going to mount her head?
I don't know what she hunted or whatever, but people got. I guess she was a deer hunter, and people got annoyed
Well, I don't know.
she's. Why would you kill? It's
because she's being bullied. It's almost like, well, look what you're doing.
But why do you harass?
Just get off social media.
Why do you harass somebody?
Exactly.
If
Get
they're-
off social media.
Why do you harass somebody if they're hunting deer, though? Who cares?
I don't know why they were
carry
harassing
ticks.
her.
There's way
They're
too many
tick
deer as it
carriers.
is.
Yeah, hunting deer is not a big deal. Obviously, it's something people do, and you eat them usually.
I don't mind if you hunt every day. I don't care if you're running around shooting deer and just leaving them.
But
There's
the-
too many deer.
The joke I tweeted was something like, "Can we go to Twitter?"
It's sad.
You're sad about it?
Well, yeah, because it's this. You know what? It was deeper than social media. It's deeper because
I would think so. Social
Yes.
media can push you to do that, right?
that could put you over the edge.
But
there's
it's gotta be
other
pretty bad,
fucking
yeah.
Deeper fucking, you know.
Because we've all been made fun of on social media.
Yes, we have.
It's a daily thing for me.
Is that right? That must
are
be
you kidding
tough.
me? I just blocked Bonnie.
I wrote, it's just not even a great joke. A popular hunter killed herself because she was being cyberbullied. She should have charged big game hunters money to track her down and shoot her. And people were like, well, you're mad that she's not a big game hunter. She's not a dude. Like, I just made a joke about the fucking hunter shooting herself.
Yeah.
Or hanging, like, who fucking shut up. It's the same people who get mad about the Trump stuff. But all of a sudden, you guys get so fucking hypersensitive.
People do. They get really, really upset.
I didn't say she was a big game hunter, but big game hunters are the people that you pay to do that.
Right.
Or that pay to do it.
It fits in the context of
hunting.
telling a joke.
Yes.
Like you're not writing her biography.
Ugh.
I'm into bow and arrows now.
You are?
Fuck. I got a new one coming. I just ordered, but I shoot them downstairs.
Where?
In my store, I have it in the basement. I have a target thing set up.
You just shoot bow and arrows in your basement?
At the target. At the target.
Why?
It's fun.
It doesn't sound fun at all.
Are you kidding me? It's fun.
It sounds like
Downstairs in your basement, you shoot bow and arrows? What a lonely man.
Yeah, it sounds like a colossal waste of time and money.
Yeah.
Not when you get a bullseye.
What do you have in the bullseye? Do you have a picture? Like a man's asshole?
Right with my tongue, I get it perfectly.
What's in the bullseye? It's just a red circle?
Yeah, it's a red circle. I'm going to get some new...
How far away are you?
3 feet.
Yeah, how big's your basement?
I don't know. It's not a basement. It's a storage unit, but it goes long. So I don't know. I'm maybe 20 feet away.
You do target practice in a storage
unit? You're doing target practice from 20 feet away?
In a storage unit?
I don't want to take it outside.
How lame is that?
Is it attached to your house or is it just...
Yeah, it's below my... in my condo.
20 feet?
Well, it's a storage unit. It's not... where am I going to do it? Outside? Just
go to a range.
A bow and arrow range?
Well, whatever, yeah.
I think there is one.
Probably. Like, it's not just, if it's a hobby, there's got to be some place for hobbyists to go.
Yeah.
Why don't you do something that, like, on some level, could help you in your personal or professional life?
Well, that can help me if I ever have to go, off the grid.
That's true.
Because we're
hoping you come back on the grid.
I have my survival backpacks. I have I keep stuff in my car.
Right.
A tent, survival backpack.
So you want to be like Daryl from The Walking Dead. You just want to be the guy with the crossbow who's not dependent on bullets.
Not a crossbow. It's a regular bow and arrow.
Why don't you use a crossbow?
It takes, I don't know.
He's Jewish. He doesn't like the first part of it.
I don't know. It wasn't bad.
That was terrible.
I like...
When did you start doing that?
A month ago, 2 months ago.
What motivated you?
Because my body won't let me get a gun.
So you got a bow and arrow instead?
I hope she gets you one and tells you it's a toothbrush.
So if there's any intruders in your house, are you gonna like cock back the bow with an arrow in it?
Well, we were discussing
I know how to use this.
We were discussing this, how many I could take out, or like if coyotes came after me, like
sure.
And if they were running at me, I probably couldn't. I would take out my pepper spray. But if they were standing still, I could probably. I don't know if I would kill it. I might piss it off.
Right. You have pepper spray and a bow and arrow?
Everybody. You don't have pepper spray in your house.
I'm sure we do somewhere.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I mean, coupled with a bow and arrow.
I'm ready.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, you are so ready for the shit to go down.
I am ready. With this new administration, you don't know.
No, you're right. You're right. Shit could go down at any minute.
You might need a bow and arrow. You might have to attack people with your bow and arrow.
But like, what put that thought in your head?
When my wife said, "If you get a gun, I'll leave you,"
and so you were like, "Let me get a bow and arrow."
Slingshots are illegal in
Why
New
would
Jersey.
she leave? Why would she leave you if you got a gun? She doesn't trust you.
She doesn't. No, we have a kid. She doesn't think it's safe.
But bow and arrows are.
Well, I got her a toy bow and arrow, my kid, so we could play.
So she's going to learn to play with your bow and arrow because it's a toy.
Well, hers has got rubber tips.
Right, but why wouldn't she just pick yours up?
Yeah.
My daughter?
Yeah.
Doesn't have the strength to cock it back.
I see. That sounded like a humble brag to me.
Yeah,
so you're stronger than your daughter.
Hell yeah, you're big and tough.
Yeah, big tough guy. He knows how to cock back his bow.
Down there in the storage unit.
Do you know slingshots and tasers are against the law in New Jersey?
I didn't, but this is the perfect pilot for your new show. Boring legal facts.
Rich, there's an archery range 20 minutes from you.
What's that?
There's an archery range 20 minutes from you.
On 206, right?
On 22.
No, it's closed. What's it called? Effingers? Ray's Sporting Goods?
No, Heritage Guild.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Where? What town?
Somerville.
It's actually right next to your storage unit.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it open now?
Like right now?
I mean,
I'm sure it is. Why wouldn't it be a 10:15?
Yeah, you can't get there right now.
there?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I think the first bow I just bought is a youth bow, and I don't want to show up with a youth bow.
No, that'd be cool.
You have a bow with training wheels on it?
It's like, all right, where's your son?
Hey, listen, my bow is being worked on. Oh, thank you for...
It's 20 minutes from you.
That was a pause?
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know what the intention was
What
there.
just happened?
What do you mean?
Your bow is being worked?
Worked on. I said worked on. Like when I walk into the place.
But why'd you stop after that? As if like... Here's where we take a moment for laughter.
Yeah, you put a comma there, like a little space for some laughter. And there was
it was almost a semicolon.
No laughter had been sent.
A lot of times on some of these shows, on the replays, they dub in, a soundtrack.
I should do that.
Just a laugh track.
When I put the replay together today,
That's a great
I should
idea.
just put some laughter in.
You should at least, honestly, you should do it for that joke.
I will.
Yeah.
I will.
Please do it for that joke.
Add a laugh in for that.
Can you play that one more time as it was?
Yeah.
Without the laugh track?
That comes later. Laugh track comes later.
Right.
Yeah, we're not in post yet.
No, we're not in post. We will put a laugh track in, though, because, people at home were probably laughing. They're like, oh, his bow's in the shop. That's why he's using a youth bow. I get it.
Well, you're the one who said you started that. You set me up for that.
Well, I don't know why you have a bow and arrow.
No, when I walk into the place with the youth bow.
Right. And then you were just tagging it?
I'm just trying to be the comedy team that we're trying to start.
Right. I think we're doing it. We got an okay start.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, we're not bad. We're getting there.
I definitely can't play the straight guy.
Well, you certainly can't.
All right, we have this is the joke that you will hear in today's replay with a nice big laugh behind it.
Hey, listen, my bow is being worked on. Oh, thank you for...
It's 20 minutes from you.
Wow.
God, so much room.
There's 4 seconds there.
So much room for you.
I'll probably have to find one of those long laughs.
Yeah. Management's probably going to be pissed off because they hate dead air. Like they probably were worried the channel went off the air.
That was really long.
You want to hear it again?
And it would have been better if it had. Yeah, let's hear it one more time.
Yeah, let's hear. Nobody say anything, by the way.
Hey, listen, my bow is being worked on. Oh. Wait, guess what?
So long.
You know what's even more fucked up? I almost said worked without... You know,
and then he quickly added on.
At the end. My bow's being worked. On.
That could be, in all the years I've done radio, it could be the worst sentence I've ever heard.
And then his follow-up is, oh. He just pipes in with an, oh. Oh, it was great. Oh.
Fuck. I got to get out of here.
All right.
Listen, next weekend at the St. Louis Funny Bone.
Yes.
Tons of new stuff.
Everybody
Working
go
on
see
my
Rich Voss.
sixth album.
He's a killer on stage, and like his crowd work. As I said, I mean, not only did he go up on that roast and kill, but Anthony, who is like the funniest guy on radio, was heckling him from the audience, and Voss destroyed him. You got to see Voss.
And the weekend after that, the Stress Factory. This was as much fun as I had on my comeback radio tour.
Yes. Good. Excellent.
I'm pausing for the. That's for applauses.
Wait.
Applause.
He just said applauses.
That's more than one.
By the way, he Jim, he saw, you remember what happened with Paul in an Opie show?
Yes.
Voss saw Paul in the hallway, and he wanted to like make a joke about Benedict Arnold, the ultimate traitor.
Sure.
Yeah, but then I realized it wasn't him.
And then Voss goes like, "Oh, hey, Benedict."
Yeah, but then I realized it was somebody else.
He said,
and
Benedict.
It's Benedict. Something like that. Benedict.
I just said what it was. And he goes, it's Benedict.
Benedict.
Yeah, Benedict Arnold.
Benedict.
Yeah.
With a T at the end. Yeah. First of all,
hey, Benedict.
He's a snitch. Like, you know what? I'm surprised you've never been stabbed. You're a fucking rat.
You don't think that's funny, though, that you said that?
Listen, I'm not a wordsmith.
I guess not.
That's not my claim to fame.
Right, that's not your strong suit. You're good at other things.
Good at other things.
You're good at bow and arrow.
He's not good at talking, which is odd considering the job you've taken.
Well, I tell you what, you put a bullseye in a storage unit, and he's hitting it. Rich Voss will hit that bullseye, right?
I'm gonna get a better bow. I'm gonna go to this place Travis told me about in Somerville, and I have a new hobby.
We're not gonna take a break.
No,
if you're leaving, so I don't know if you're stalling.
No.
Waiting for us to...
No, I just it's hard to say goodbye.
Yeah. Well, we wish you would.
He's trying to end on the left.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, is that what he's doing?
No.
Of course he is.
You like this bag? Cologne came with cologne.
Did it? Should, because you stink.
There you go. Sometimes I'll set someone else up.
All right, buddy. Have fun today.
Yeah. Thanks for coming in, man.
I'm going to talk about what you're doing when you leave. Is that cool?
What? No.
No, I'm kidding. He's going out to. Oh,
I'm working on a movie set, but that's it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Have fun in Montreal. Is this your first time?
No. I went up there a few years ago. See you later, buddy.
I'll see you.
Thank you for coming in, Rich. Rich Voss, everybody. The fabulous, the incomparable,
was great.
The outstanding Rich Voss.
I love that moment, by the way.
What moment?
Of Voss just saying that we're going to talk about you.
He poked his head back in.
Him saying I was having my bow worked on.
And then just silence.
That was so awkward.
I already have the laugh. It'll be set.
Good. Yeah. Put it in the replay.
I want to know what the laugh sounds like.
You want me to do it right now?
Can we just hear the laugh?
You can just hear the laugh if you want, or I
Sure.
can play both of them.
Just the laugh.
No, I don't want the finished product to be there until the replay. It's going to be great too.
I just want to hear the laugh.
Okay.
In the replay, it'll happen like it just happened, but then there'll be all this backstory behind the building.
There was
of it.
no laugh. It was a bomb.
Right. Are you gonna let the whole thing play out?
Of course.
Yeah.
If I have to extend the silence, I will.
Let me hear it again.
You probably won't have to.
No, I don't think so.
I would love one day. It would be a lot of work, but I would love one day to pepper that throughout the entire show replay.
I would absolutely love that.
Wouldn't that be great?
Amazing.
And take out some of the real laughs. Like take out some of our laughter and put that laughter in instead. I would love that.
That would be great.
It's a great project to think about. We should do that. If we're going to do it, though, we'll have to do it before long because eventually they're going to do something with that afternoon slot.
Oh, right. Yeah, eventually. When do you think they are? Probably September?
If not before, yeah. Yeah, I think they'll do something sooner than later.
Do you have you heard any rumblings?
Yeah, Ellis might move there. I mean, he said it.
Well, but if he moves to L.A. time in the afternoon, that's not New York time.
No. He wants to move to New York afternoons.
Is he moving to New York?
No.
What time would New York afternoons be?
3 to 6.
For him, though.
For him, it'd be 12 to 3. So he might do 12 to 3 LA, 3 to 6 New York. That's what he was talking about doing when I called him.
Oh, I see.
So I don't know why not. If you're going to put something there, I might as well put Ellis, but that's, I haven't heard that they're going to do that. I just know that that's what Ellis was talking about doing.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So beyond that, I haven't heard any rumblings of anything, really. But we'll see.
Yeah.
I'm excited for Kyle Mooney.
Kyle Mooney and Dave McCary.
Yeah, Dave McCary coming in.
I did not see Brigsby Bear. I didn't know we could see it.
Yeah, we got a link. Yeah, it's an odd one. But Kyle Mooney, I don't know if you're familiar with his SNL work. He's a quirky guy.
Oh, okay. He
was very funny. Before SNL, he was doing great bad interviews on YouTube. Like he would go to events and just do this character where he was just doing bad interviews. It wasn't like the Chip stuff. It was like just him being insecure and trying to be cool and not really asking complete sentences. Like he'd go to like the UFC fight and he'd be like, "Hey man, what think body bags tonight?" And like they'd be like, "What?" Like the people would be like, "What are you talking about?" Or he'd be like he'd ask the questions wrong. He went up to a guy and he was like, "Hey man, you gonna stop breathing tonight in there?" And the fan was like, "Am I gonna stop breathing?" And he's like, "No, like in the cage." And he's like, "I don't know, man." Just walk away from him. It was really, really funny.
Travis just said that they are running late.
Well, what are we gonna do? Talk to him for 10 minutes?
I don't know. They're downtown in traffic.
They're downtown in traffic?
23rd.
Oh boy,
that's where they are right now.
They're on 23rd and 8th.
They are not coming.
Yeah.
They will never make it.
Yeah, they won't make it.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh,
see.
Ellis just texted me.
Why don't people ever take the fucking train, by the way?
Or just leave a little earlier. It's like
yeah.
You know,
They might be coming from somewhere.
Well, they're probably
Oh,
no,
or from someone. Maybe they're coming from someone. Maybe they're getting hand jobs in the car right now.
You're talking about penises.
Oh yeah, they all got penises. I bet Kyle Mooney's got a penis.
Yeah, we can ask him.
No, we can't. He won't be here in time. He's too busy coming. in
Yeah,
his
and I
car.
can't stay late today either because I have to catch a flight.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
He's going to the same place we're going.
All right.
yeah, I have to go a day early because I'm shooting something. Ooh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Can Kyle Mooney come in tomorrow? I'll be
No,
here
we got
tomorrow.
something else going on tomorrow.
He can come in too.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, we'll see. Jason Ellis just texted me. He said afternoons very soon. So I guess, and I think that makes sense. I mean, if you're gonna have Ellis on the channel, you might as well give him one of the prime slots, right?
Yes.
I think I'm.
If he wants, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem to have too many complimentary things to say about our show, so I'm kind of done defending his show.
Well, I didn't say anything. Well, he didn't say anything negative about our show. He just said his show was the best, and then I
know.
said,
I'm just so fucking tired of this radio nonsense people go through. It's like I guess we need that as radio people to talk about. Maybe because comedians don't do that to each other, but it's like who gives a shit, really?
Yeah.
None of us see the numbers. We all know that. You can see the on-demand numbers. That's the only numbers we have access to.
yeah, and we didn't even really have access to him. We just asked Don.
Yeah,
hey, how are
we
they?
can't see them exactly.
And he goes, great, buddy. They're really, really great. Really, really great. So right now, I know our numbers are really, really great. That's what I know the number. I don't know any actual number. Like, I don't know if it's 100,000 people listening on demand or 1,400.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But yeah, he didn't actually say anything negative about the show. He just said his show is the best. And then I said our show is the best. And then we just agreed to disagree on that, I think.
Yeah, okay. Everyone should feel like their show is good.
Right, right.
Terrific.
Right. And we made up after that anyway.
Oh, that's good.
He was having his producer in Comic-Con ask people questions about diarrhea. I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
You know, asking people if they get diarrhea in Comic-Con. I think that's funny.
It is, yeah.
His producer didn't want to do it, though.
I don't blame him.
For not wanting to ask people about diarrhea.
Yeah.
It was just funny listening because it was that. I mean, I knew it because I've been in that position where you're going to an event that you want to go to, but
You have a stupid task while you're there.
Right.
Yeah, you've had to shoot Chip when you were there.
Right. Right. And like, but like, he didn't want to admit that he didn't want to do it because it was an event he wanted to go to, and he didn't want to be the diarrhea guy at his big Comic-Con event. So it was funny listening to somebody else have to go through that.
Can you believe we were there 6 years ago?
Is that how long ago it was?
2011 and 12. The first one.
For San Diego, you mean?
Yeah, where the lady got mad when Chip asked comment on the guy's pecker.
Oh, yeah, and she walked off?
Yeah, she was so mad.
We didn't edit that at all. We had like 4 or 5 full 10-minute videos of Chip on the street stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch more stuff that was edited though. Like you gave me the full. I have the full.
And there's still even more.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so funny.
It was really silly.
Yeah. Remember we found that crazy girl?
Yeah, she was into Dimitri Martin.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think I saw her again somewhere, or she wrote me or something like, just hey.
I think we met up with her. I think we went back to Comic-Con the next year.
And she was there.
And she was there again.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe that's 2011, man. That's
Is that the same year as when LeVar Burton had to complete his mission?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, that was. We went to a boat. We went to a boat for an event because William Shatner was promoting his big new project, which, you know, in the world of social media was very smart. It was called myouterspace.com.
Oh, did that take off?
Is that a pun?
You can see what
I get what he's doing,
Yeah,
but no, that stayed grounded. That mission stayed grounded.
Oh,
it did not.
it did.
It did not reach the cosmos as expected. But it was on this this aircraft carrier. Like, remember Hasselhoff came in a helicopter?
I do. Yes, that was awesome.
But he didn't stay for the event.
No, he did
left
not.
right away. But he was there, and then Shatner was on stage talking about myouterspace.com. And Jim was really just trying to get some photos with some people at this thing. And I was fine with that. I liked watching the attempts. And LeVar Burton is there. And the best, when Jim tries to get celebrity photos, the best thing is when there is no difference in the celebrity's eyes between Jim Norton and, oh no. Okay, we just went to myouterspace.com and it is blocked because the site ahead contains malware. It's on
MyOuterspace?
Travis's computer.
Oh, that was okay. Oh boy.
Yeah. It contains malware. It cannot be opened anymore. Okay, so
Is
they
it a
decided.
bad site?
Yeah, you can't.
Was My Outer Space a big hit though at one point? Instead of it was like MySpace, right?
No, at no point was it.
But was it supposed to be like MySpace?
It was supposed to be a social media for sci-fi fans, like MySpace for sci-fi.
MyOuterSpace.com.
But you know what the thing about sci-fi fans is? They could also already be on MySpace.
Yeah.
So they didn't need a special MySpace. They already had MySpace.
I remember not even knowing that was a MySpace thing when he first said it.
Right.
MyOuterSpace.com.
Right. And so that's the best thing about celebrities when Jim's trying to get a photo with them is when they don't acknowledge that Jim is any different from any other fan trying to get a photo. Like they just think Jim is some Trekkie or something.
Yes.
So LeVar Burton shows up to this thing. And I mean, it's a humiliating evening for him, if you remember, Jim. Because he shows up and he's waiting there kind of in back of the crowd. And he wants to get up on stage with Bill Shatner, who's doing interviews. And he's waiting, and Jim goes up to him and he's like, "Hey, I'm a big fan. You mind if I take a photo?" And what was it that LeVar said to you?
Give me a minute. I have to complete this mission
And
first.
He put his finger up and he asked Jim to let him complete this mission. And Jim just had to be like, "Okay." And then we just looked at each other. Like Jim's embarrassed. He's embarrassed for himself. He's embarrassed for LeVar Burton.
Did he have to say that?
Just a whole humiliating exercise. Then we watched LeVar Burton go up to the stage where William Shatner is, and he walked right up onto the stage. So he was touching it. And he's looking up, waving right at William Shatner. And it was maybe a 2-foot stage. It was not a tall stage.
It was right there.
It was a short stage. And Shatner just looks down at him and nods and then keeps talking to the guy that he's talking to.
He didn't give a fuck.
Right, as if to say, you're not coming up on this stage.
He really didn't care that he was there. And then we saw LeVar Burton taking photos with girls after.
Right, so LeVar now has been humiliated in front of the whole audience saw him trying to get up on stage.
Yes.
Not invited. So LeVar goes, fine. He goes into the cocktail area. Some girls start talking to him. He takes a photo with these 2 girls, and Jim sees him take the photo with the girls. And Jim goes, "Watch this." And I follow him. And as soon as he's done talking to the girls, Jim goes, "Is now a good time?"
And he turns around and he's like, ugh.
But he had to take the photo.
Yeah, he knew. Like, again, it was his face of like, ugh.
What a lousy evening.
Do you
Do
think he was disappointed to see me?
He couldn't believe that you were just there. You had seen him get humiliated, and now you were cock blocking him for photos.
Yeah.
But you didn't care.
No.
You didn't care at all.
It took 2 seconds.
You could see in the photo, too. He looks annoyed, doesn't he, Travis?
He doesn't look like he's happy to be there.
Where can you see it?
Yeah,
I just Googled Jim Norton Burton.
Yeah, there he is. He doesn't look happy to be there. And Jim is like, he's fatter for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely fatter.
But he's got this uneasy expression on his face, but it's prideful. You can see it in Jim's eyes. He's happy with what's going on.
I can't believe that's fucking 2011. I was that fat.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
We don't look close there, do we? He and I. There's a big separation between us.
He didn't squeeze into you. That was a fun trip. E-Rock's not here, is he?
I don't think he's here yet.
See if you can find out if E-Rock's here, because I want to find out how his Comic-Con trip was.
Yeah. Is he back already?
He is back from Comic-Con. Yeah.
Is it over?
Yes. It was last Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And they had a lot of big superhero movie news, I guess. Doctor Who fans were pissed, and then Doctor Who people were pissed at the Doctor Who fans because I guess they announced that there would be a lady Doctor Who. And then some of the Doctor Who people were like, "This is terrible. You're taking role models away from young men."
One of the doctors said that.
Yeah, one of the Doctor Who's did say that.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
But what about, there's been enough, how many young men are using Doctor Who as a fucking role model?
Eric.
Does he?
Yeah.
Well, people love doctors. Why can't they just create characters for women? Right? Why do you have to remake things and throw women?
Well, they're not remaking it. The way that I understand Doctor Who is that Doctor Who is an ever-changing character.
Yeah. So it's like, why not make it a woman for the first time?
So it's like, is it one narrative?
Yeah, but then the Doctor just becomes another person.
And are we supposed to believe that this is the same Doctor, or is it in the show, Doctor Who is now that person?
In the show, from what I understand, and I could be completely wrong, the Doctor is a thing, and it inhabits a person.
Oh, like when Vigo in Ghostbusters, like the goo that infects the other guy. Yeah, okay.
I could have some parts of that wrong, but that's the lineage.
Have you watched it?
No.
I've never seen Doctor Who.
Does it happen in the TARDIS?
Yeah, I think that's where it happens.
Oh.
Yeah, you walk into the TARDIS and you become a doctor.
What year did the Doctor Who start?
A long time ago.
Yeah, I think it was at least in like 98.
Yes.
Oh, man.
No, it was before then.
Really? In the 60s, I think. And they just found it, like...
Can we check what year it started?
Part of me, like, wants to get into it because I think I would probably enjoy it.
Really?
And yeah, because I like that, mystery, sci-fi kind of stuff. But I know that they found like lost episodes, like
in Africa, right?
Yeah, like it's crazy.
In some TV studio, they found them.
There was a ton of episodes that like never aired.
They'd aired but once.
Oh, really?
And then like these African, I guess, network had it in like some storage area, and they found these old vintage Doctor Who ones, right? That hadn't been seen in 40 years or 50 years.
Now, do you know, is Doctor Who as a series, does it go like the episodes from the 60s to now? Is it one long story?
No, I think when it relaunched in the 90s, it was rebooted.
1963, it started. Now, it went to, I don't know, Iraq would know all this.
He's not here.
It was a BBC thing, 63 to 89, so it went for 26 years. And they tried to revamp it in 96 with a backdoor pilot.
Ew.
Gross.
But then what they do...
Doctor Who in the back door.
And
gross.
I'm sure there's other people that know a lot more than I do.
I don't know. You seem to be like the trivia master.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Huh.
Yeah. Dr. Gay knows Doctor Who.
No.
Dr. Gay inhabits bodies too.
Yes, he does. 4 inches at a time.
Yeah.
Only the backside of bodies.
Yeah, Dr. Gay makes more Dr. Gays everywhere he goes. In fact, I think Handsome Rob over there has already been turned into a Dr. Gay. If I know Travis's policies,
I hope so. It sure is.
If I know his staff policies, he's already infected Rob with Dr. Gay.
Now you're going to make Anthony uncomfortable.
Why have you not been turned into a Dr. Gay, Anthony? Not yet. Man, that's a bummer. Rob, thumbs up. Thumbs up from Rob. Rob's much better looking though.
Yeah, he is.
Way more handsome.
He's the handsomest dude we've ever had on staff.
Definitely.
I think he's probably the handsomest dude ever employed here.
You think so?
Yeah.
I think he might be. Look
You
at
guys
him.
are going to make Troy feel bad.
Oh yeah, Troy. Do you think he's more handsome than you?
I think so.
Troy is more rugged.
Troy's like a man. Rob's more like a boy.
He's a boy.
Yeah. He's
Troy's
a handsome boy.
Yeah, Troy's badass. Troy would dominate somebody. Like, you could still believe that you could dominate handsome Rob. He's pretty.
Rob wants to cuddle.
Rob likes, but Rob probably likes the spanking too. I bet you could spank Rob. You would enjoy that.
Troy, you don't like being spanked, right?
No.
You like dishing him out, though?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. I'll spank Rob if he wants.
Rob, you don't mind being spanked?
I mean, whatever they're into.
Right.
Yeah.
That's cool. You're just a giver. You're just a giver.
Yeah. Rob probably likes a good paddling on his fanny.
You think so?
From a man like Troy. Strong forearms.
You think so?
Yep.
Bare bottom?
Yeah.
I mean, we could do that.
Remember when Kenny got a bare bottom spanking?
Yeah, it's unnecessary.
Who gave it to him?
I think it was you.
Me?
Or Steve? I don't remember. He did
I
something
spank
wrong
him?
and he needed a bare bottom spanking.
I don't remember.
Weird phase. Some weird phases.
There's been some very weird things happen on this, the Opie and Anthony show, absolutely.
In this universe.
Yeah. I don't know if he...
If he deserved it?
I just don't know if... By the way, why did Justin Bieber, off the subject, sorry, why did Justin Bieber cancel his tour?
He wants to ride bikes.
Oh, is that it?
He was on TMZ. I saw they questioned him. I think he had like 12 or 16 dates or something like that left on his tour, and he canceled the rest of it. I guess he doesn't need. It's money. I don't know why.
I don't think
why
you
would.
There's got to be a reason. You don't just cancel for no reason.
Yeah, maybe
they weren't selling, or
he couldn't figure out the words to Despacito.
No, they were selling. I mean, he was on tour with Migos.
Right. Oh my God, was he?
Yeah, they were opening for him.
That's a dope tour.
Yeah, no, the tour was selling.
I wonder if he could follow them.
I'm sure it could. Despacito has become the biggest streaming song of all time.
I think it has to do with exhaustion.
Is it really the biggest streaming song of all time?
That's what I heard on the radio this morning. It just took that as like the most streamed song ever.
Unforeseen circumstances, like what? They would have said exhaustion.
Maybe, but exhaustion has become coupled with like Lindsay Lohan shit so much. So maybe they just don't want to get into it. But he said he's been on tour for 2 years.
Yeah, it's
nonstop.
a long time.
and then he needs to just. But
He's only got 16 days left.
You'd think he'd just close out the 16.
Finish him. How long is that? Another month? 2 months?
Probably another month.
Yeah, probably a
Or
month. if
cancel
that.
a couple. Like cancel 3 of them, and then which gives you an extra 3 or 4 days rest each time, and then give. You know what I mean? If you're that tired, give yourself a break. Or maybe his voice is shot. Who knows?
Yeah. Despacito. You liking that song?
No, I've never heard it.
You
I
never
heard it once on the show.
Yeah, it's everywhere. People are loving it.
Okay, someone knows everything about Doctor Who.
Hey.
Rex?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Yeah, you guys are enraging all the Doctor Who fans out here, I'm sure, with your butchered history of the show.
We don't know much about it.
Kind of happy about that.
Yeah, KPP Rex.
Well, that's fine. But some of us have been fans for far too long and have enjoyed the sad, geeky past of the show.
How do you feel about Lady Doctor Who?
Yes.
I'm fine with it. They've kind of set the stage for this for a while. The main bad guy of the show, the Master, actually has been a woman for the past couple of years now. So they're kind of establishing that the Doctor, the Time Lord, Doctor Who is a Time Lord. It's an alien race that can regenerate into a new person.
That's it. Regenerate.
Take over. There's no spirit or weird alien taking over a body. It's just the same guy regenerating into a new person.
Oh, so that's like one of those things where a guy is like, oh man, if I had a hot chick's body, I would never leave the house. I'd be touching my titties and masturbating all the time. That's going to be the new Doctor Who. Just playing with his vagina all the time.
Yeah, does it bother you, or do you not care?
Oh, I love it. I mean, the show's been going since the day after John F. Kennedy was shot.
Was that when it premiered, the day after?
Is that why it premiered?
November 1963. The show's over 50 years old. So if they had the same guy playing it all this time, it had died.
I'm not going to buy into the show if every episode is Lady Doctor Who hot. Who's playing Lady Doctor Who?
By the way, do you know how poorly that that new episode, that new pilot must have been viewed? The day after JFK gets shot, you're going to watch a new sci-fi pilot?
I just want to get my mind off of things.
Well, it was Britain. It wasn't as important to them as it was to us.
It's still world news.
Is Lady Doctor Who hot?
No, not really.
She's pretty good. She's from a show called Broadchurch. She's a pretty.
She's great.
She's not
she's pretty.
like out and out hot, but she's like a good.
She's a fine-looking lady.
Yeah, I mean, if I were the writers of this show, I would just to
spice it up,
just to maintain the integrity of the idea that Doctor Who keeps regenerating. I would insist on every episode having at least one scene where she's just like looking at herself and touching herself in the mirror. Because if I were regenerated as a lady, I would just look at myself in the mirror naked all the time. And probably play with my vagina.
Yeah. Hey, Doctor Who, where's the zucchinis?
Yeah, I'd be putting shit inside myself all day.
Well, if the Doctor's been masturbating all these years, he's done it off screen.
That's too bad.
How many doctors have there been?
There have been, more or less, this will be Doctor number 14.
Yeah.
Do
you know who all of them are?
Sadly, yes, I do. Coming up, the Christmas show is going to have the latest Doctor is going to have a meeting with the actor playing the first Doctor. I'm just too geeky.
Wait, he's still alive?
No, he's not. He's played by the guy who was the old caretaker in the Harry Potter movies. But,
so let me ask you. Let me ask you something now. The Doctor Who, the episodes that they found that had never been seen before. Do you want to see them?
Well, some of them are not great, but some of them, yes. I mean, they're mostly from the end of the first and the second Doctor's run. Back when they didn't really repeat them. So basically, the BBC had all these videos in the storage, and they wanted to make room, so they just started throwing them away. And so not realizing that later on down the line, people would want to see these.
It's the same thing they did with Tonight Show.
They're black and white. No, they're in black and white. No one wants to see these things. But now everybody wants to, and so it's a hunt across the earth to try to find out where these things were in syndication and what these lost episodes.
What's the deal with the TARDIS? Do they make new Doctor Who's in the TARDIS?
The Doctor doesn't have to be in the TARDIS. The TARDIS is his time and relative dimension in space machine. It's his time machine, basically.
Wait, were the black and white ones that were lost good? Have you seen them?
Some are pretty good. Some are horrible. Some are just creaky and sad and cheap. But there are some that actually do resonate still to this day.
Do you ever see? I know he doesn't. You said he doesn't jerk off on the show, but does Doctor Who ever go to the bathroom on the show?
There is a bathroom in the TARDIS. He's got everything in there.
But do you ever see him like
a Dr. Pooh?
Yeah,
Boo. Dr. Boo for that joke.
I liked it. Do you ever see Doctor Who, Dr. Pooh?
I've never seen Doctor Who.
I wish Voss was still here. I'd have one for him.
But then there's lots of TV shows, lots of kids. Have you ever seen the world? I'm stuttering now, but
It's okay. It's exciting. It's Doctor Who.
Yeah. It is exciting.
I like the way you talk about Doctor Who. You talk about him like, and then he goes into the world where he's got a cape, and he goes, and he's a magician, and he does all kinds of crazy things. And Lady Doctor Who touches herself.
Eric sent me a facepalm emoji.
Because at us for not knowing about the TARDIS?
Yeah, I think so.
We don't know about the TARDIS.
Yeah.
That was always my nickname for him.
Well, tell Eric he needs to get here and manage this channel at an appropriate hour so he can inform us about Doctor Who and the masturbating girl who's playing her now.
Everything I've said, Eric will know.
So is Doctor Who trans now?
Sure. I guess
Right.
all Time Lords are trans. I mean, because other characters have gone from being a man to a woman.
What's a Time Lord?
Time Lord race.
Time Lord, that's Denny's nickname.
I thought that was... No, Jim.
Oh, Piss Lord,
You're
sorry.
thinking of Piss Lord.
Oh, sorry. All right, we got to go. We have like 1 minute to wrap up, Travis said. We have to
Guys,
cancel our
it's been a
guest.
pleasure. I'm a big fan.
Thanks very much. We appreciate it.
I can't
You
imagine
guys are killing it.
if Doctor Who loves time as much as Dennis loves piss. That's a lot to love.
Oh, my God.
Eric says he's been here. He's just in the back.
Eric's here?
That's what he says.
God damn it. Why didn't he come in?
Just go get him. We got another minute.
Oh, a minute.
1 minute.
In the back where?
Tell him to trudge his ass down the hall. He's not here. He's lying.
You think so? He's just
Of course
texting me to
he's
say
lying.
that?
Yeah, he's
I'm
lying.
here. What, you didn't see me?
Yeah, I've been here.
Oh, he's
Remember when
trying
he used to
to-
do that at K-Rock? He used to sneak in the back way, and then we'd catch him as soon as he walked in. He'd be like, I've been here for a half hour.
There he is. He's coming down.
Oh.
He used to do that here.
Oh.
probably
Who
just
said he
walked in.
wasn't here?
Rob went down.
Rob.
Why'd you say he wasn't here?
He wasn't in the office.
Oh, maybe he was shitting. You know he likes to poop.
He does.
He's taking his good old time. Getting
Yeah,
that
he is. He knows. He knows. He just must have been pooping. I'll find out.
Yeah.
Should I ask him?
Forever.
Yeah. He's
Is he slow?
He's so slow. Eric, were you pooping?
Yeah.
So how come Rob couldn't find you in the office? Were you hiding in the office?
Oh, I was also upstairs. I had other things to do.
Oh, you're a busy
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you weren't here. I wanted to ask you about TARDIS and Lady Doctor Who and all that stuff.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No,
I
you
want to
didn't.
know.
I don't even know why you started on this.
Because
I
I-
could just hear the disgust in both of
No,
your
I
voices.
actually no. I've never seen it, so I don't know.
Wouldn't you jerk yourself off if you were a Lady Doctor Who? Like if you were E-Rock, but you were in a hot chick's body, wouldn't you like?
I'm E-Rock?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
E-Rock, right? Your spirit is now in a girl with titties and all that stuff. Wouldn't you play with yourself a lot?
That wouldn't be the first thing I thought of, but
Troy.
I guess down the line, yeah.
Would that be the first thing you thought of?
Of course.
Yeah.
What is that shirt?
Frasier.
Oh,
Do you smell his cologne? Woo.
was it good?
Hey, he's just very strong.
Why a Fraser shirt?
Smells good.
Yeah, it smells good.
I might be talking to somebody later.
Who's he talking to later?
Kelsey Grammer.
No, you didn't wear a Frasier shirt the day you're talking.
All the time.
The day you're talking to Kelsey Grammer.
I wear the band shirt to the concert.
I don't mind that as well.
Yeah.
I wear the band shirt to the concert too. I
Yep.
don't mind that. But I just somebody whispered that in my ear.
Oh boy. Well, and I'm sure it'll be a good interview, and that's an automatic starting point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I was on that show.
We got to wrap up, Travis. I wish we
you're
had
out of time.
you for longer. Yes, I'm going to Montreal. Sam and I will be up there together.
Yeah.
Thursday and Friday, and Jisoo Theater for me Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I'm doing a whole bunch of shows. Ron Bennington show late Friday night after my show. We're going to shoot right over there, and I guess the Borgata August 5th. And thank you guys for listening all week. And what a great week. By the way, I just saw one of the bosses again, and he was talking about having Anthony in. He's like, I was getting a text from my friend saying how great it was. Like, everybody is happy that Anthony came back in and sat in. So,
And the rest of us
He'll be
will
back.
be here live tomorrow.
Yes.
Then the rest of us are going to join Jim in Montreal. So
Yes.
we got some good shows lined up this week, folks.
Poutine.
Poutine indeed.
French Facuda. See you tomorrow.